Good morning and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please do hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay on this morning. I know that I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps to keep the video in the algorithm. Okay, so like, share, subscribe, comment, all of those great things. Okay. I know that this is a live. I started to make it just upload it as a video, but I'm kind of on the move this morning, so I wanted to do a live so that I can upload so that I could, attach it to both my channels and yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to talk about Memphis is in trouble, okay? And I know because I gotta get out and work, so I know I may not be able to get on here anymore today. um, but I wanted to talk about Memphis is in trouble. I was just looking at, hey, you guys, good morning. I was just looking at the news clippings of some leaders within the Memphis area rallying in front of City Hall. And as I said before, because a lot of the Memphians understand where the power comes from. They don't stand in front of the Memphis Police Department. They stand in front of City Hall. Good morning, you guys. Good morning. They stand in front of City Hall because they know it starts there, right? That's the very top, because the mayor is actually over the Memphis Police Department. The director he puts the director there to oversee the day-to-day operations, but the mayor is actually over the Memphis Police Department. But I wanted to play this clip right here, and then I want to talk about this because I think that it's really is sad on so many levels. Now, what's alarming to me, which actually just blew me away, was that of course they said they arrested over 400 something juveniles last year, but this year um they was arresting juveniles for auto thefts and things of that nature. And then you hear them say at least 4 of the juveniles that they arrested for auto theft this year was 8 years old. 8 years old, right? 8 years old. So people get mad at me, right? When I say that it has to start in the home. Why is it that an 8-year-old baby is able to be out stealing cars? Okay, so that right there, because an 8-year-old is, let's see, when you're 5, you're in the kindergarten. When you're 6, you're in the first grade. When you're 7, you're in the second grade. An 8-year-old is in the third grade, right? So are people mad at me now when I say that it has to start? Parents have to be held accountable. When folks say, well, parents are scared of their kids, how in the hell a parent gonna be scared of an 8-year-old baby? Why isn't an 8-year-old being watched? Right? An 8-year-old, some of these teenagers are not even supposed to be able to influence these 8-year-olds. You know why? Because you're supposed to know where your 8-year-old is at every second of the day, because that's a baby, especially what's going on in this world. Now, I remember one day I was in Walmart when my youngest daughter was about 6 years old, 6 or 7, right? And you know how when you're walking up to the counters in Walmart, well, my kids were behind me as I was pushing the basket, walking up to the counter. And I don't know what my daughter was doing, but instead of walking up behind me, she wasn't paying attention. And I thought that they both were behind me. My oldest daughter was doing something else because they always like toys. She took an A-line for the door. And so when I turned around, I put my groceries up on the belt, and I turned around. I'm like, where my baby at? I'm thinking, I started looking around everywhere. I'm like, she ain't in this lane. Where is she at? I immediately started panicking. Just for those few minutes she got out of sight. And what happened was she wasn't paying attention to me. And because they was behind me, I didn't see when she was looking at something with a toy. She played with the toy she had in her hand and walked on out the door. Right. So when I got out the door, I immediately, y'all see how I am on here, right? So everybody know how my personality is. I immediately went into a panic and into an uproar, and I went crazy. I ran up to the customer service. I was like, do a code. What's that code? I forget what that code you call. That code call when the kids is lost. Amber Alert. Do an Amber Alert. And they was looking at me crazy. I said, do a goddamn Amber Alert right now. I was screaming everywhere because I was in a panic, right? So then when I ran outside, I mean, they was just looking at me like I was crazy. They didn't care. So I ran outside, and just from when a lady saw me coming out the door, and she said, "You must be that little girl's mama." She said, "You must be that little girl's mama. It's a baby. It's a little girl lost." I said, "Yes." She said, "I could see from the frantic and the panic on your face, those older women was standing there holding her hand." They said she came out and she didn't know what to do. Like, she was just standing there. I said, "I just turned my back for 1 minute. I thought that my kids were standing behind me." Okay. And she said, "Well, she got a lot of sense, because when she was we was asking where your mama at, this man walked up to her and said, 'Well, I'll put her in a car and ride her around the Walmart lot, look for a mama.'" She said, and she snatched away from that man. She knew she didn't want to go with that man. I thank God for that. That's the reason why I say you have to plant seeds on the inside of your child, because even at 6 years old, she already knew not to go with a strange man, right? Because why he want to put my damn child in his car and ride around the parking lot looking for me, when the first thing anybody would have said, "Well, let's go back into the store and go to customer service." You see what I'm talking about? But because God placed those older women right there to stand there and hold her hands, I got my child to this day. But she knew not to go with that man, because you have to plant seeds on the inside of your children. So why is it that an 8-year-old is able to get out of sight long enough? Okay. Why is it to go steal cars? It takes time to go steal cars and things of that nature. At 8 years old, I already told you my kids couldn't even go spend the night at people's houses and things of that nature, let alone get out of sight. And when they played, it wasn't in the front yard. I made them play in the backyard because I didn't even want them drawing attention from perverts, right? Right? So that's the reason why I say parents are going to have to start doing their part instead of always trying to outsource all of this blame and stuff, y'all. Well, the police ain't doing their job. The police got to do their job, okay? Because I have to say the police has got very lax, okay? They've gotten very laxed because they don't really care no more, right? And people don't see the games that are being played, so we be hard on the police. We arrest the parents when they whoop their damn kids' ass. Some of these kids need their asses tore out the frame, and their parents need to be the ones doing it. But it ain't no reason in the world for 5 and 6 and 7-year-olds and 8-year-olds to be out stealing cars and committing some of these heinous crimes that they are doing, right? So they're committing a lot of heinous crimes, okay? So I was talking to one of my friends the other day. She's and I was really upset. She's a city councilwoman. And so she said, "Wait a minute, wait a minute. Now listen." She said, let's not forget, okay? Let's not forget that Steve Mulroy does not have jurisdiction, okay, over the juveniles. She said he does not have jurisdiction over the juveniles. And these juveniles, a lot of juveniles is spiking this crime rate. Okay. A lot of juveniles is spiking the crime rate. I said, you know what? That's right. So there's a juvenile judge that's over the juveniles. And he's letting them back out in record numbers because he feels like, well, they're babies and this, and that. And we're going to give the parents the opportunity to do this, and that. Okay. That's what he's saying. When, I hate to say it, but a lot of these parents, when we start talking about rehabilitation and stuff for kids, right? When we start talking about rehabilitation for the children and all of that, what we have to understand is, right, a lot of these kids have to go right back, y'all, to these homes with these parents, right? They have to go right back to these homes with these parents that are unstable, these environments that are unstable, and things of that nature. So as soon as you're finished trying to invest all of this positivity, all of these resources into these children, they got to go back home to go back and live in a home where it's hell with a mother, and it's more than likely it's a single parent home. The mother is unstable. That's the reason why I say a lot of these investments and stuff need to be put into these parents, right? Okay, so there needs to be a lot of evaluations done, right? Because it's not going to get any better, you guys. It's just not going to get any better, right? Until something is done as far as these parents, right? As something is done as far as these parents. So that's the reason why I say, you guys, that's the reason why I say on a consistent basis, it has to start within, right? It has to start within and then pushed outward, okay? It has to start within and pushed outward. And if the parents do what is necessary, and I understand poverty ignites crime, y'all. It's a lot of crime going on in the Black community. It is. It's a lot of poverty within the Black community. It's sad. And I understand a lot of what has been done as far as our people, right? But we cannot keep that mindset, because the first thing people say, well, it's the white mans, is they had wanted for us to be like this. Okay, the white man wanted for us to be like this, but it don't mean that our community have to stay in those conditions, right? I see a lot of these leaders, and shout out to those that mean well, but I see a lot of leaders, the only thing that they really want to do, they're not really proactive. All they want to do is be in somebody's TV screen. That's it. That's all. Right? They want to be in somebody's TV screen. Okay. And so I think that it's a darn shame, y'all. What is going Memphis is in trouble. And if people don't open their eyes and get together and start coming up with plans, because see, folks always want to, have meetings. Okay. They want to meet. That's all they do. They want to meet. Okay, we're gonna get together, we're gonna meet, and we're gonna greet, and that's it. Okay, we're gonna get together and meet and greet, but it ain't no results. They get together, meet and greet, and eat up all the food in the whole damn restaurant, and there still ain't no results. They get together and figure out how to get the resources and the grants, and as soon as they get them, they put minimum money back into the communities. They still ain't doing what they're supposed to do, right? And so that's the reason why I say we have to do our part, right? To make sure that people are allocating funds and things of that nature, to make sure that people are allocating funds and things of that nature, where it is supposed to go, right? Because it ain't gonna change until our mindset change. And so what I see is, folks say, well, I don't know what to do. Hey, that could be true. You don't know what to do. But even if you don't know what to do, I see a lot of people exhausting their energy towards digging graves, right? Instead of planting good seeds. Okay. If you don't know what to do, find out what to do. Get into circles, okay, and get your mind right and get into circles. So that's going to teach you what to do. Get into the right circles. And the first thing that's like, well, I tried to get into this circle, but they kicked me out. I mean, well, you're going to have to change your mindset, because I'm going to tell you something. A circle that's getting results, a circle that knows how to get progress, they ain't going to let no chaos into their circles. They've been getting results. You think they're going to let your ghetto ass come up in their circles and bring chaos? They ain't going to do that. They ain't going to do it. That's the reason why I said there has to be a change of the mindset. It has to be a change of the mindset if anything is going to get any better with our people, right? It ain't gonna get no better until our mindsets change. That's it. That's all. And I think about these juveniles, and people say, well, I did all I could for my children, sis, and they still went awry. So you wrong for saying that. Yo, lady, your son's 7 years old. What you mean you did all you could for your kids when your son is 7 years old? He's still a baby. I did all I could for little boo boo, and he's still out there doing wrong. Your son's 7, a baby, and you trying to tell me you can't control a 7-year-old? So what they do is they start putting laws in place because, as Minister Farrakhan said, okay, what they know how to do is they know how to make criminals. So as soon as you put that rod to little Bookie butt, because little Bookie, I say you're gonna stay in this yard. I'm your mama. You're gonna stay up in this yard. You 7 years old. You ain't going down the street where all they do is steal cars. Ain't none but teenagers down there. You're not gonna hang down there. Okay. As soon as she put that belt to his butt, I'ma call the police. Can't even talk. I'ma call the police to see it's on you, mama. He can't even talk. He's 7 years old. But they teaching a 7-year-old, if his mama disciplines him for doing something she don't say by hitting his tail on the butt with that belt, the police gonna come and get her because they making criminals, right? So now some of the mothers are afraid to discipline their own children, but some of them just flat out don't want to discipline them because all they want is little Rufus out the house while the boyfriend is there. See, people don't want to talk about that. They be getting mad when I talk about that, but y'all know I'm gonna tell the truth. All you got to do is, if you don't want to hear the truth, log off. I don't care. Okay, but that's the first thing that they do, right? When little Rufus, they put little Rufus outside. Mama needs some time. Her boyfriend over there, okay? They done lock the kids outside while boyfriend there for 45 minutes because he ain't never there no longer than that. Long enough to put another baby in her and move on, gone on back home to his wife or girlfriend, or over there for 2 hours, okay? And little Rufus outside, ain't nobody watching him. And the street dudes in your hood, because you living in the hood oftentimes, they got little Rufus stealing cars. That's what's going on because mama ain't watching him. A 6, 7, 8-year-old, I blame every bit of that on mom and daddy. The daddies don't get away. I blame every bit of that on mom and dad. Then what happens is, because there are so many double standards, the men have the nerve to blame the women. Well, my baby mama ain't shit. Well, why you say that about your baby mama? Cool. Look at how my son acting. I can't stand no sorry man. Okay? I can't stand no sorry men. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't listen to men talk bad about women. See, I don't get validation, okay, from hearing a man talk bad about his baby mama and all of his ex-girlfriends and things of that nature. Because, see, I understand as a woman, women have a lot of influence over men. All she got to do is use her power, right? Because he'll listen to her. Because the first thing a real woman gonna say, like me, is if he ever bring up, well, little Rufus, my baby mama ain't no good because little Rufus stealing cars. Okay, you his daddy. What you mean his mama ain't no good? Ain't that B letting him steal cars and she ain't trying to do nothing? She ain't even no good mama. Okay, well, what you gonna do? So why don't you go get him and raise him so you can put him in a better environment? Now I can't do that because I'm still living at home with my mom and I be in the streets. I hustles. Okay, and we let them get away with that. We letting them get away with that. Okay. So I think it's a shame. Like, it can't be no double standards. These men got to show up in their children's lives and then be they got to show examples, because I mean it don't do them no good to be in their life and not be worth the damn. Right? It's good to show up And then make sure you are providing the right type of resources to make sure that your child is growing up in a healthy environment. Because if your baby mama ain't worth a damn and you let your damn son stay in that environment and all you doing is talking bad about your baby mama, then you ain't shit. As a matter of fact, you worse. Because the first thing I'm going to say, how come you ain't got your son? Because it don't validate me to hear a man talk bad about his last woman. Because rather he talk, because I'm going to tell you something, my grandmama always told me, why these women be happy to hear these men talk bad about their ex-wives, their ex-girlfriends, their baby mamas and all that. The ones that they talk bad about be the ones that they love the most oftentimes. So you better watch that. Okay? But Memphis is in trouble. It ain't gonna get no better, okay, until the mindset change. Like I said, it blew me away to know that we got 5 and 6-year-old babies. I think I told y'all about when I was working in felony response for MPD. There was a lady, and this was a lot of years ago, that came up there, and she was pregnant from off of South Parkway. So I'm sure the young man is alive. I hope. I mean, he's way over in his 20s because he was 7 years old at that time. Okay. And she was pregnant. And it must have been around, I think I was pregnant. So it must have been 22 years ago. So he's an adult. And so what ended up happening was the investigators had to bring him in. Okay. Because the little girl's mama, the 4-year-old little girl's mother, it was that little boy and about 3 or 4 more other little boys that was 7 and 8 years old, had a 4-year-old girl, and the mama walked in on them with their little penises out, putting it in the little 4-year-old girl's mouth, right? So the little girl daddy wanted to do something to the little boys, 7 and 8-year-old little boys. They're babies too. But you have to wonder, now these are babies. Where did they see this at? Right? So the mama walks in. All of the parents brought their kids down there because they had to be questioned. They were babies. All of the parents brought their kids in, except for Mrs. Ghetto Fabulous herself. Okay, she was skinny as a damn toothpick. And when I saw her, and she was tall as a damn Christmas tree, when I saw her get off of that elevator, because where my desk was in felony response, I would see everybody get off the elevator. I knew when they was walking in, because I had a glass window, who was going to be a bunch of damn trouble. And when I saw her get off that elevator with that big ass stomach, and she was just pulling that little boy, come on, come on, come on. I said, oh, Lord, this right here get ready to be a problem. She walked in, I want to speak to Sergeant Hand Faker. I said, oh, my God. So then she said, Tamara, I'm going to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep them up here and question them right here in your office. Can you type this statement for me? I said, yeah, okay. No problem. She immediately goes in. I had to come down here and I'm 9 months pregnant and my baby ain't nothing but a minor. And I got to bring my baby. And she goes in on how the little girl's mama should have been watching her instead of saying, oh my God, this is ridiculous. Like, I feel so bad. I know my son's 7 years old, but he should know better. You know what I mean? Her energy should have been different. Instead, she was talking about suing the police department, and I'm on my 9th child. I'm pregnant with my 9th child right now. I know how to parent. That lady act a flat foot fool. She even got on my nerve. I wanted her up out of my office. Okay, she act a stone cold fool. Now her son, at 7 years old, had just sexually assaulted. And he's a baby himself, but a 4-year-old baby. Right? And she come down there acting like that. First of all, where did her son get that type of behavior from? Did somebody do it to him? She was pregnant with her 9th child. Was she doing something in front of her kids? Because no 7-year-old is even supposed to be able to fathom anything like that. pulling his little wing out, wanting to put it in a little baby's mouth. But that's what I'm saying when people say I'm being hard on the parents. I done seen a whole lot of stuff working for that police department for all these years. So that's the reason why I always say it has to start inward and go outward, okay? I remember another situation that went on, y'all. I never forgot this situation. And I was sitting there in my window and I saw about 2 girls, a boy, and their mother, okay, come from around by sex crimes. So it must have been a Saturday, because normally sex crimes is closed on a Saturday. So what I ended up with, so I was sitting there, I was talking to one, I was like, I thought sex crimes was closed, because normally they all come into felony response because sex crimes is closed. And I said, well, what happened? She said, well, the investigators in sex crimes had to come in to handle this one. I said, why? She said, well, there was a guy and they ended up catching a guy, and he was, y'all, it's our people need some help. I said, what happened? She said, girl, the girls' hair and stuff was all over their head. But when I saw their brother, the boy was 16 years old. He looked like that he had just seen something in a horror movie. They broke up into the house because they said they actually thought it wasn't, they didn't think it was a drug house. So they see the teenage girls there, the drug dealers, the guy that's pushing weight, his mama there, and his 16-year-old brother there. So they RAPE the girls. This guy, this guy, he you know what, to the girls, and then turn around, made the brother have sex with his mother and his 2 sisters. If y'all had seen, I said, what? How long was he up in there to do that? She said, sick. I'm telling you, just sick on a whole nother level. Okay. She said, obviously a long time. Sick on a whole nother level. Not only did he violate the girls, he made the boy have sex with his mama right out of North Memphis and his 2 sisters. That's the reason why I say there has to be some motherfucking responsibility. And I see when folks say you ain't got no heart, y'all don't know everything I done seen. All that stuff don't be on TV. That's the reason why I know a predator when I see one. I've been in this for over 20 years. I know the language. I know how they talk. I pay close attention to when a man is violating the lady and say, well, you trying to play victim. That's a predator. They comes right into this chat, and that's the reason why I drops paperwork on them. Okay? I done seen it all. I already know the lingo. I know when these folks sick. But there has to be some healing within our community. It do. That's the reason why I get so mad when I hear these men say, well, I ain't gonna snitch. You gonna let this, what you mean? You gonna let this predator stay on the street? And then they had a nerve to get mad at the community. I understand oftentimes the leaders' hands are tied. They'll say, we get more police out there and put them into the urban neighborhoods. But the same people that's talking about they want police in their neighborhoods, when these crimes happen even to them, the first thing they'll say, well, I ain't the police. I ain't get ready to help the police. The police need to do their job. Motherfucker, you was the one violated. I ain't testifying against him. I ain't no police. What's going on with our people, y'all? And so you would let a predator stay out on the street, and you got little nieces and nephews and daughters and sons walking through these neighborhoods. Y'all ain't handling. Well, I'm handling. You ain't standing on business on nothing other than smoking a rock. Let's be real. These niggas ain't standing on no business other than somebody that they think got more than them. That's when they get together and plot. Other than that, they somewhere sniffing up, putting something up their damn nose because they got some kind of damn drug habit. Okay? And everybody turn blind eye. My man ain't got no drug habit. And hey, listen, I'm all for the kids, okay? And I'm really pro-woman because I be feeling like, well, women need to stick together even though it don't happen. A lot of women are so jealous of other women till they rather see them dead than win. And bitch, it ain't gonna help you, right? But these girls, I think about when they get to talking about some of this stuff that's going on. They give these girls Section 8 vouchers and they move into nice neighborhoods. And then all of a sudden the neighborhoods start getting robbed. So now what they're talking about doing is if they catch these girls with some of these men, they wanted to take the mans is out of the household. Well, yeah, that was true. Back in the 80s when they first started this stuff, back in the 70s and 80s, when the men were actually getting out working, right? When the men were actually getting out working, right? But now what these girls are doing is they hauling gang members and they terrorizing these neighborhoods. So I mean, they vouchers gonna have to be snatched because now you got to put them in a position. Who you gonna choose? You gonna choose this gang member or you gonna choose your child and yourself? You got a choice. And here's the sad thing about it, y'all, because I had a cousin to do it. She gave up her Section 8 voucher because they gave her a choice. I'll rent me a house. She gave up her Section 8 voucher for a gang member and he left her. Because all he wanted to do was live free. And now the heifer can't hardly pay her bills. So she chose him over herself and her children. Right? But those are the types of positions that some of these young ladies are going to have to be put in, y'all. They're going to have to choose. And the sad thing about it is, this is the hurtful part. A lot of them are going to choose the man. Right? But it's not going to get any better in our community. Right? It ain't going to get no better. Okay? Until our mindset changes. Right? Memphis is in trouble. Anytime you got 7-year-olds, they said at least 4 6-year-olds, right? Then they said 4 6-year-olds or 4 8-year-olds. I believe they said 4 6-year-olds were arrested for stealing cars. And then I remember a time when even the teenagers, even they would not, okay, they would not dare mess with babies. They wouldn't dare do that, have little babies out there stealing, because a 6-year-old is a baby. 8-year-old. An 8-year-old too. That's a baby. So there has to be, the men are going to have to step up. A lot of these men, they out here committing these crimes because they the ones that's doing it, okay? They're going to have to step up. If they damn baby mama ain't no good, I don't want to hear no damn man no more holler about how they baby mama ain't no good and they child in a bad environment if they ain't actively working with the courts to get their damn child out of that environment. If they ain't, and my baby mama won't let me see my child. Okay, well, you need to go to court. Go to court and get joint custody of your child if he's such in a bad or she's such in a bad, real bad environment and you can prove it, you need to get custody of him and keep your damn girlfriend out of it. Well, because we gonna raise that child because stay in your place. Keep your woman in her place and handle your business for real. And stop making it into a damn pissing contest because everybody damn stupid. And raise your kids. I don't know how these, like I said, I don't know how these women do it. No man, but not ever that I'm talking to come to me and tell me his child is in a bad position, especially if it's a minor, and then turn around and throw rocks at his baby mama. Nigga, you just as bad if you know your damn child being raised wrong and you ain't trying to step up and do nothing about it. So that's why I say something our community got to step up. But I see this in Memphis all of the time. All of the time. So, what's going to happen is they're going to make the laws more stringent. They're going to start sending them to jail. Okay. So then what's going to happen? Number to jail's going to be filled up. They get ready to bring in the National Guard. Okay. And because these people are on drugs so bad, they're gonna be, yeah, we gonna, because I had already seen it online. Yeah, we gonna take down the National Guard. We gonna spray up the National Guard cars. How they feel like they're gonna spray up them tanks? Okay, they bulletproof. They steal bullets from out the damn gun store. Hell, they ain't got no bullets to go up against the United States Army. That's the reason why I say there has to be, they ain't even got the resources. A bunch of damn crackheads. That's the reason why I say there has to be a renewal of the mind in our community. It ain't gonna get no better with Black people until there's a renewal of the mind. And it has to start at home. I understand, y'all, there are a lot of people that's hurting. Okay, there are a lot of people that's hurting. But you got to use that hurt to fuel you to do something better. Instead, when people are hurting, they want to try to make other people hurt, and that's what get their ass blown off. Or it don't do nothing but cause more trouble for them. Okay, it don't do nothing but cause more trouble for them. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something. I was last night when I got off live this morning. I had to pray. Right, I had to pray because for me, like, y'all know what goes on here, right? And so I think for the last couple weeks, I have been fueled, absolutely fueled by revenge. Okay. And I had to pray about that. And my mama, when I spent the night with my mama for Thanksgiving, my mama had talked to me about that. And I had to think about that again last night when I got on my knees to pray. I was laying in bed. God had to convict my heart. My mama said, you know what? You so fueled by revenge. It don't make no sense. She said, what you need to understand is, can nobody pray or put no hexes on your dad to take your dad out, regardless to what them people doing as far as their YouTube. It don't matter. You do what you supposed to do. You already did what you supposed to do. Now what you got to do is step back and let God work. She said, it ain't going to get no better while you're consistently being fueled. You're spending money to do this and to do that. And your mindset and your heart is not right. And it kind of made me mad when my mom said that. I was like, dog, you know what she mean? My mindset and my heart ain't right. They the ones that mess with me and tried to violate me, especially when my dad was sick. She said, you fueled by hurt and anger. And it ain't, God can't work while you doing that. And I was doing some stuff yesterday. I said, yeah, yes, indeed. These mother suckers going down soon. And then I was laying in bed last night. God convicted my heart again. And that's when I think about, y'all, there has to be a renewal of the mind, right? It has to be a renewal of the mind. Do what you can or supposed to do, and then step back. And as long as you know you're doing what you can or what you're supposed to do, you step back and let the universe, our universal God, do what God is supposed to do. But instead, what's happening is ain't nobody doing nothing, right? Ain't nobody doing nothing. They're always outsourcing. Well, you know, we're going to stand down there at City Hall. Well, what you standing down there at City Hall for? Because, you know, I'm mad because the police, because, you know, little Bookie, 5 years old, and he don't be coming in the house. And it needs to be a curfew. Y'all, that's what I'm talking about. There has to be a renewal of the mind within our community. There has to be a renewal. You standing your ass out there in front of City Hall because you want the police to make your 5-year-old child to come in at 9 o'clock. Ain't no 5-year-old even got no business outside past about 5 o'clock. And he's supposed to be right there. If you're going to put him in the front yard, right there in the front yard where you can look at him. You got 8-year-old babies stealing cars and going to jail? It takes time to go somewhere and go to another neighborhood and steal cars. That means mama letting them ride with teenage boys, right? They working with chop shops. So that means 8-year-old child gone for hours and hours and hours at a time and unaccounted for, and mama ain't trying to do nothing about it, allowing it to happen, and daddy too. Daddy just as bad. Well, I ain't in the home. I don't knows if my child doing that. Well, then, nigga, you need to check on your damn child. You need to check on him. You need to validate your son. Instead, you got your old ass out standing on a damn corner, throwing up gang signs with arthritis in your damn fingers, nigga. Yeah, I understand that sometimes, mama working out. My baby mama be leaving my son at home. Where she be at? She working 2 jobs. Well, if you was doing your part, she wouldn't have to work 2 jobs. How about that? Well, I told her that my mama probably keep him. I've been trying to help her. How about you keep your son? How about you get your damn life together? Get your ass off the corner. And provide some type of stability for your children. Because if she didn't work 2 jobs, your son probably wouldn't be eating, but you don't give a damn about that. You don't know if he eating, don't care how he eat. But Memphis is in trouble, and other states, if you ask me, because this happens all over the globe. Because the mindset, especially in our community, the mindset of our people is messed up. The mindset of our people is messed up. And it ain't going to get no better. Okay? It ain't going to get no better until the mindset changes. Stop outsourcing work. We always looking for the next Dr. Martin Luther King. Well, we need a Dr. Martin Luther King. We need another Malcolm X in our community. Why don't you be the Dr. Martin Luther King and your damn household and Malcolm X both together? They left the blueprint behind. Why don't you read up on this stuff? Why don't you be that? Right? And raise your kids up right, because they are the future. They are the ones that's out here dying. Hey, you do the best you can, and they go awry, because I know oftentimes that happen. Hey, I did the best I could. Okay? Just like I always talk about, because I went through hell with that with my daughter. Right? I talked about that African tried to take my daughter left. He tried to take her flat foot left. And because I was a fighting mama, my daughter was 19 years old at the time, and her damn, I don't know what he was doing to her, but she had not had that many boyfriends. I can imagine she lost her damn mind. But what she had to do was revert back to what I taught her, the core of what I taught her. But then I was a fighting mama, right? So that nigga had to move on to another county because I wasn't playing with him. I marry your daughter. Y'all know I talk about this all the time because I get mad every time I think about it. I marry your daughter. I marry her. If you try to control her, I marry her. You won't have no say. I marry your daughter. She gonna do everything I say do. I said, yeah, nigga, you gonna marry her, right? So I marry her. You won't have control. I marry her. I have paperwork on her. I said, motherfucker, you can't. I got the original paperwork, bitch, because I got the birth certificate. So no matter what kind of marriage certificate or whatever you get on, I got the real paperwork. I always had a paperwork. That'll never change. Because I got the birth certificate. My name on the birth certificate. That came up out of my JJ. Okay? And I'm going to show you that. I get mad every time I think about that. Okay? Yeah, I gonna marry her. Mama, he said he want to marry me. You trying to ruin my life. I said, you shut the hell up. And then I started blaming myself. I said, dog, I sheltered her. I always wanted to everything I did was for them. I started praying. My mom said, you got to go back to the throne of grace because you're trying to do it with your own. And I'm telling y'all, I'm so glad I got my mama. She said, you got to go back to the throne of grace. You got to go back to church and you got to go back to the altar, because I was doing exactly what I'm doing now. I started calling this person. I started going there. I started going there. I said, okay, nigga. Mama, he said he want to marry me. I said, all right. You 19 years old, a 26-year-old African. What he doing in college with his old ass? Okay. So then I said, I tell you what, you go ahead and you marry her. But you got a choice that she gonna be your only family. What you mean she be my only family? She gonna be my wife. You have no control. I said, she gonna be the only family you got in the United States. Because your mama, your grandmama, and your brothers ain't legal. They got to go. They got to go back to Africa. Okay. And I'm not proud of everything I did, but that was my damn child. I got about calling my friends over at immigration. Okay, and it wasn't nothing illegal, because you can report illegal, and they doing illegal stuff, immigrants and stuff. They ain't legal. That's immigration job. I was just helping them out. He packed his stuff up and moved to another county, and our ass came home. That's what I say. Sometimes you got to go to the pits of hell. That's what I did. I went to the pits of hell because there was a lot of other shit going on too. I went to the pits of hell, looked the devil in the eye, and fought and got mine back. That came up out of my JJ, not his. But see, parents are so easy now. Why? He 8 years old, and I just can't do nothing with him. Bitch, you 30 years old with an 8-year-old son. Hell, it ain't like you a 90-year-old great-great-grandmama. All you got to do is watch him and tell him this is what it's gonna be. Okay? But instead, they let them go outside. Ooh, I want them kids outside. I don't know where they at. They're getting on my nerve, honey. And then, my boo came over here. Okay? Boo come over there for 2 hours while they got your sons outside stealing cars. That's the reason why I say Memphis is in trouble. It ain't gonna get no better, right? It ain't gonna get no better until there's a mindset. It ain't nothing miraculous about what other people do in their community, right? It ain't nothing miraculous about that. All they do is stick together. That's it. Right? That's all they do. They stick together. That's why I always say there has to be a renewal of the mind with our people. Now, I think about even, like I like looking at like other communities with other YouTubers. I do. Like, I like, not necessarily because of their content. And a lot of them have other content. I'm talking about like I don't even like to say sectors because I ain't in no damn sector. Okay. I'm not even in no sector. Okay, but I go and I look at like other YouTubers, and like when they're talking about, because I was like, I love reality shows, and I was like, I really want to start getting into like commentating on reality shows because I love reality shows, right? And so but I see a lot of Black people, right? They do vlogs on reality shows and they fight. They be fighting amongst each other, right? They be fighting, content creators going at it with each other. Then I like to look at cooking shows. I love to look at different recipes, right? So I know about soul food. So I like to look at other communities as far as their recipes to learn, like, especially when you're on a health kick. I like to look at, there's a lot of different recipes, like a lot of white content creators and Hispanics and things of that nature. I like looking at how other cultures cook, right? And I get tips from that, like stuff that I've never heard of before, right? And oftentimes, a lot of those same creators are, especially Hispanics, okay? They got recipes and stuff, and they got channels because I love Mexican food. And they might have similar recipes. They might add or take away something or substitute something. Those people get on there and they be talking about the same foods, but you don't see them going back and forth with each other. As a matter of fact, you look at their channels sometimes, and they might have that content creator who's doing something similar on their channel, right? Oh, okay. Well, this is how your grandma did it. Okay, this is how my grandma did it. They ain't hiring no hackers. They ain't getting themselves caught up in no federal indictments. They ain't doing no illegal internet crime type situation stuff. They ain't doing none of that, right? Because our community has been taught to have that crab in a barrel mentality. Now, I know people get up talking. I know we say all the time, like the slave mentality, people having that slave mentality and all of that, right? Well, they got that slave mentality. I think about the slaves. The slaves were, even though they were beat down, they were beaten. It was a lot of atrocities committed against our ancestors and the slaves. They still ain't like the new age black, these, excuse my French, these new age black stupid motherfuckers that we seeing today. Okay. Because back then the slaves were in, okay, they were in survival mode. So if they were snitching on other slaves, a lot of times they were beat into submission. But other than that, that's how they came up with all these hymns and stuff. I love looking at Harriet Tubman. Okay. They came up with all of these hymns and stuff because when the slaves got ready to run away, okay. Zoomer generation, what does that one mean? Zoomer generation, what does that one mean? Okay. But they were beat into submission. Oh, okay. You said I agree. Okay. They were beat into submission, right? And so they was forced because if they didn't tell, they sell their babies to the trade. They were selling their children out, right? But they would come up with hymns. For the most part, they tried to stick together. These niggas ain't trying to stick together. I'm gonna tell y'all something, okay? I grew up around gorillas and gangsters. People wouldn't believe that, but I did. I grew up in South Memphis. And even when we moved out of South Memphis, we moved to a beautiful neighborhood, okay? But I still have family in South Memphis, so I hung out in South Memphis quite a bit when my mama would let me, okay? Even to this day, I still love to ride through South Memphis. It brings back old memories of when I was young and growing up, right? But these folks, you know what I mean? Like the only thing that our people want to try to do now is hate on each other, right? These folks taking each other out for a biscuit, okay? They destroying their very own community for a biscuit. You mess around and put molasses on that biscuit, they'll sell out their own damn family. I had got a free biscuit. Yeah, dude gave me a free biscuit and he put molasses jelly on that biscuit. I'm better go take that nigga whole family out because he think he got something going. He think he better than us. That's the reason why I say, y'all, the mindset of our people have to change, and it ain't gonna get no better until fathers got to start stepping up. The men are supposed to be the head anyway. See, they don't like it when I start talking about the men, but they do. Then I hear men all the time talk about, well, I can't be no head for no strong woman, motherfucker. Well, then you ought to make her feel comfortable enough. Hell, she done had to fend for herself because the person that's supposed to be stepping up, providing and protecting, he laying in bed with his damn thumb in his mouth, with his damn hands in his drawers while she get up and go to work every morning. I don't know how she do that. I don't know how she do that because I can't. He get the baby. I need some gas money. It's one thing if he giving me his check to put into the bank, baby. I want you to handle the money and stuff. I need some gas money. Okay, all right, because I handles the money. But it's another thing when it's look. I can't run my blood pressure up because y'all know how I get when I talk about that. I get mad as hell because these women don't know what a real man is supposed to do. I need some gas money. Sorry, motherfucker. I got these kids over here. You supposed to be my man, and you talk about you need gas money, cigarette money, beer money. Bitch, you can't live here. I don't want you. Okay? Well, I'm his bottom bitch. I got his back. How you having the back of somebody that's riding you down? When he's supposed to step in and be the provider and the protector, instead they stepping in ain't got what they call a pot to piss in or tissue to wipe their ass when they shit. They ain't got it. But she won't treat me like I'm the mains. Motherfucker, how she gonna respect you? And she gotta take care of you like you her child. Okay? Excuse my language. Y'all know how I get when I get talking about this. But I said that to say this, y'all. Everything is out of order in our community. I believe in my Bible, the man is supposed to be the head. And if she's a strong woman, it's because she's put in a position where she had to be the man. Some man put her in that position. As strong as I am, okay? I would love for a man. I have a lot going on. I got to get out and go work right now in a few minutes. Hell, I hate being out in them streets. But I have to, that's my business. I have to do it. I would love for a man to say, well, look here, baby, I want to do this. I want to handle this. I want to handle that. And he comes in and he makes it better. Instead, they want to go, yeah, I want to do this. And I want you to pay me for that. Motherfucker, you ain't helping me. Bitch, you want to come into my business. You supposed to be my man. I got to pay you to help me. You trying to ride my back. Bye. That's how I get down. Because one thing for sure, either way, if it's meant for you to, if it's meant to be, a real man gonna come in and he gonna see where you lacking, and he gonna fix that. He gonna fix that. And so you will get to the point where listen here, I trust my man because see, I know he's hearing from God. I already know he's hearing from God. My man gonna fix that. He gonna fix it. So if somebody kick that door in, you ain't even much got to roll over because you trust that nigga laying on the other side of you because you know he gonna handle that. He come back in bed. Baby, what happened? Oh, it was some niggas trying to break in them. I just called the police. Them motherfuckers laying right in there. On the doorstep. I just took them out. I done called the police, told them to bring their meat bag and take them motherfuckers to the damn morgue and put them in the incinerator and burn their ass up and tell their mama to buy that black dress because that nigga handled that. I ain't even have to get up out that bed because I know he got my back. That's what a provider and a protector do. Okay? Oh, okay. Now, baby, don't get up and go. That's a bloody scene up in there. I took care of that. They tried to break up in our house. Okay? You're right. 6 what's that? Six or something. You're right. A lot of women don't know, have not seen examples of what a good man is. You're right. So it's sometimes when they get one, they'll run him away. Right? They'll run him off because you're right, they don't know what to do with him. So that's the reason why I say there has to be a renewal of the mind in our community. right? There has to be a renewal of the mind. And Memphis is in trouble. These kids, the future of our youth depends on the adults. And it's a lot of messed up adults. Because, like I said, everything is out of whack in our community. And until there is some reconciliation, with the black man and the black woman, things are going to continuously be out of whack within our community. Because, fellas, whether you like it or not, the black woman is the blessing. Okay? If you know your Bible, you know that. What did God say? When a man findeth a wife, he finds a good thing, not a freak, not a hoe, not a prostitute. Because I'm telling you now, you're creating bad karma, putting your woman out on the corner to sell her heaven. Okay? That's why you're getting all that bad karma, because you're using your woman. The Bible says once he finds a wife, he finds a good thing. And that's when that man obtains favor from God. See, the favor comes from God, and it's supposed to shower down on the man. And then it's supposed to trickle down on his family. These motherfuckers ain't got no favor, because every time you turn around, they talking about a woman, a bitch, a hoe, she this, she that. And that's the way they want it to be in the community, because other communities understand the importance of the black woman. These black ass niggas don't. Okay, and so that's the reason why when they get to talking about Puffy and all that, I was looking at I was around during that era when they started ushering in that they had Puffy ushering in the Latino women are the exotic. I ain't got nothing against Latino women. Okay, I ain't got nothing against no other women, but I'm gonna have to keep it real. The black woman always been the exotica. Josephine Baker, one of my favorites. I read all the books, went to New York, went to her son's the Josephine Baker restaurant, read every book, looked at all the movies, all the documentaries. Josephine Baker, a black woman from out of St. Louis in the 1920s, went to Paris, a dancer. You know why she was able to make it in Paris? Because they had never even really seen a black woman. It was her black chocolate skin. They said she was an exotica. They was fascinated by a chocolate woman being up on stage dancing. Okay? Well, the United States hated her because of her skin tone. Okay? It ain't nothing about you smashing no Latinos. That you ain't smashing them unless you got some damn money. Right? Because Latinos ain't nothing but black folks anyways. So what you talking about, Kush boy? Hell. Right? So, hey. Kush boy, I'm gonna put you in timeout, okay? Kush boy, and I normally don't even I almost block you. I normally don't put people in timeout, Kush boy. But I had to go ahead and put you in timeout because the spirit of God quickened me. Okay. I don't know if you black or not, because if you black, I'm shame of you. If you's a black ass nigga, you makes me shame. Okay. I think it's a darn shame. Like I said, the Bible says when a man findeth a wife, he finds a good thing and obtains favor from God. Everybody already knows the favor that black women hold on them. Why you think white men getting black women now in droves? Right? They marrying in droves. Right? And so the reason why a lot of these men don't have the favor that they could have on their life is because it is designed. I see the energy that is put into the atmosphere. A lot of these black men can't even make money off music unless they are demeaning the black woman. And so that's the reason why it seems like that they're winning only for a little while, right? And then they turn around and fall. They talk about how black women, okay, Well, you know, these black women is gold diggers, when the truth of the matter is other races don't even marry black men unless they can create some generational wealth within their community. Then when something happens to that black man, and I'm not a racist person, I just got to go ahead and speak the truth. Okay. Then when something happens to that black man, okay, that same woman of another race gets all of that wealth that he has left behind, and then she goes to another take it back to her community and marry a white man. You never see her. She take her biracial children and raise them white, and then they're around white people and they start breeding out because they're gonna date white men, and she takes that money back to her community, and you never see her with another black man, because they only dating black men if it's something they got something to give them. Now I ain't got nothing against no other culture. God up in heavens knows I don't, but I gotta speak the truth. I don't mean no harm, but I'm willing to bet you a dime to a donut that you don't ever see Kobe Bryant's wife with another black man. I'm willing to bet you that all that money going back to her community, and she raising her daughters up white, Hispanic, or whatever she is. Watch and see, do we ever see them with a black man? I'd be surprised. All they ever do is hijack the black community, and then because they know how to rub butter on it or put sugar on shit, they make the black man, well, I'm gonna go get me a white woman. This motherfucker, you ain't gonna get no white woman if you ain't got shit, because she don't want you. The white woman, as you see, she treat him like he a king. You damn right, because she got a plan. The black woman cussing you out and all emotional because she love you, because black women more emotional. She wants you to treat her right instead of leaving you. She fussing and stuff because you hurting her. I'ma just go get me a white woman. Then you take all the wealth to a white woman. Then you go down because she probably poisoning your ass. She get your money and they go back to their community. That's and all of that money that black woman has helped you to attain, you bitch. It's back in her community. That's how they do it. I ain't mad at them for their game. I ain't mad about it. But at some point, our people gotta wake up. Okay. It's a damn shame that what black people are so embarrassed by what they see, or they hate what they see when they look in the mirror. They hate what they look at when they look in the mirror. I gotta go get me. I got me an exotica. What you got to a black woman? Because they always consider black women to be the exoticas because of our skin tone, because we came in all types of different shades. We've always been the exoticas. We had the hips, we had the booty, we had the legs, we had it all. The same shit these folks going and paying for now, we always had it. So we were always considered the exoticas. But it ain't gonna get no better until we have a change of mindset. So it ain't nothing miraculous. It ain't no secrets about how other communities making it. They just stick together. Now when I was on live yesterday, and I had some people watch live all night, and I was sleepy as hell, even fell asleep a couple times. YouTube don't pay a bill I got. Okay. Now you got to put in time out for something else. I'm gonna tell you something, Kush. I don't know if you black or white, and I don't think you will tell me the truth of what color you is. Okay. But I'm gonna tell you what I'm not gonna do as a black woman, whether you're a black man or not. I'm not going, especially if you're a black man, I'm not going to allow a black man to come in here, especially with all that black women have gone through, on back down to our ancestors, come in here and put another race of people. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. over your own community, but hell, you might not even be black. If you ain't, I timed you out for that too. So you weren't gonna be able to win with that one. Okay. I'm just saying Sexy Red and her type ain't a good look. And I'm glad you mentioned that. So what they do is they go and get people like Carisha Please, Caresha, whatever her name, Young Miami. Okay. Yeah, it matters what color you are, Kush boy. It matters what color you are, especially if you are of another race and you coming in here talking about Latino women is and white women better than black women. So if you're another race, that's even worse. Okay. So what they do is, Kush boy, we'll talk about this another time. Just enjoy the show, okay? I ain't block you. Enjoy the show, okay? So what happens is, right? Okay. So what happens is they get people like Carisha, Young Miami, Miami Young, whatever they call her, and Sexy Red and Sokiana. What's her name? Sokiana. Okay, that they say Sexy Red feet be jet black dirty. Y'all, this is how they want to depict black women. This is how they want to depict black people. And what's so sad to me is that black people are supposed to own the hip hop culture because it was created by black people. They let people make them a sideshow freak in order to make money. So this is how they want to depict all black women. And Sexy Red impoverished. She ain't never had nothing. So let them, you go on there with dirty feet. So now when they think of black women, they think of black women with black women nasty with their dirty feet. Okay. Sukiana, Dookie, what's her name? Dukiana, Dukiana. Is her name Dukiana? Dukiana ass on there talking. Oh Lord, the stuff that lady talk about is absolutely grotesque. But because we have a world full of pedophiles and things of that nature, they want to appeal to the younger generation who already ain't got no guidance, right? They want to appeal to them. So now you got young girls thinking what Dukiana and what Carisha is saying. Well, oh girl, yes indeed, girl. I love golden showers. Right? It's absolutely disgusting. Look at what they say. I didn't hear it say it, but I just heard they said it. Look at what they said that Glorilla said. Right? I like semen on French fries. I like to eat semen on French fries. Y'all, that is perverted and sadistic and sick on a whole nother level. But then you had young girls sitting up talking about, yeah, I'm gonna have my man to come all over my French fries. This is what this perverted energy and entity that we don't see, right, is wanting to put into the atmosphere. And so that's the reason why when I say it has to start at home, you got to instill something on the inside of your children. So when they hear stuff like that, it turns them off. Go, oh, she nasty. I don't even want to listen to her music no more. Right. But instead, what they do is they set up plays. As soon as Glorilla said that, the first thing that happens, Shaquille O'Neal, who's a multi-millionaire, a black man that's a multi-millionaire. Okay. The first thing he says on his Instagram is, "Ooh, I want to marry Glorilla." So now they put that energy out there, especially these young girls who ain't got no guidance. Oh, Glorilla talk about she want to eat fries, eat semen off of fries. Oh, wow. And then they looking at Shaquille O'Neal saying, "Ooh, Glorilla, marry me." Okay. So now they saying, oh, she got a rich nigga like Shaquille O'Neal with all that money. When she said that, she was able to get a rich nigga to say, marry me. Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be done. Y'all, I already see what's happening. And the way to reverse that is not to even put your energy, your time, or your money into stuff like this. That's how you train people. Okay, I'll tell you what, we ain't gonna spend it. We ain't gonna let our kids spend it. As a matter of fact, if I can help it, whatever it is, whatever kind of media that is promoting it, we ain't gonna even watch it, and the energy would change, right? The energy would change. Okay. But it don't make no sense. Okay. But it don't make no sense. Y'all, it don't. It don't make no sense, and it's not going to get any better until there's a change of mindset. It's not. It ain't gonna get no better. So when folks get to hollering about, well, the white mains is they just want all the black men in jail. They want to fill up the prisons is with all the black men's is. Make sure you ain't out there raping and killing folks and robbing folks when you say that. Okay? Make sure you ain't out there raping and killing and robbing. Because see, that's an oxymoron right there. Okay? That's an oxymoron. What you mean? Well, they just want me to go to jail. Well, what you gonna do? Yeah, I had killed 5 niggas. Nigga, what you mean? You ought to have a death chair. Let alone be in jail. You ought to be dead. So that's the reason why I say there's got to be a change of mindset as it relate to our people. That's the reason why I say Memphis in trouble. These kids ain't got nobody to look up to. They don't. A lot of them ain't got that. Anytime you got 8-year-old children out there going to jail for consistently stealing cars, where they mama? Where they mama at? Because an 8-year-old that gets out of pocket, well, he be running out the house. Where he gonna live? He got to come back home. And when he come back home, you supposed to wear that ass out. Where he can't even sit in no damn car. When he steal it, it's supposed to be raw. Now, I can't go steal no car today. I can't sit in the motherfucker because he can't sit on his ass because you done tore it out the frame and then told him call the police, not to call the police and tell them to come and get you. That's how you supposed to do it. Instead, these folks want their kids to do that. Yeah, little man, 8 years old. These folks be bragging about their 8-year-olds. Yeah, my son having money, and my son having bank rolls, and he number 8 years old. Yeah, my son having bank rolls, and he ain't number 8 years old. Y'all, there has to be a renewal of the mind, and I'm serious. There has to be a renewal of the mind as it relates to our people, right? There has to be a renewal of the mind. So like I said, it ain't gonna get no better. It ain't gonna get no better until our mindset changes, right? It ain't gonna get no better until our mindset changes. That's the reason why I say Memphis is definitely in trouble. But what I was going to say yesterday, what happened yesterday, get out of what, Kush boy? Get out while you can. What you mean? Rico, is that you? Okay. Lonely Janice says, Miss T, a renewing of the mind is necessary and mandatory. It is absolutely necessary and mandatory because I think about what's going on here, and it's a lot of stuff that's going on here, and I be seeing people in my chat, and I already know what they be on, but I already know what they're doing behind the scenes, what sectors they're in, what their plans and stuff are. I don't say nothing. Okay. I just let them do their thing until it plays out. Because one thing for sure is gonna it always come to the forefront, right? So I just kind of watch them and let them do their thing, right? Until they get disrespectful in my chat. And then with the stuff that they doing behind the scenes, they ass is going to jail anyways. But I was on live yesterday, right? And one of them folks from this little group of people that get together, and I'm surprised at some of these women. I really am. But hey, I listen. I don't know if people want to be accepted. Okay, I don't know if people want to be accepted, or if yeah, I don't know if people want to be accepted, or especially as it relates to some of these women, or I understand that they are in sectors or whatever. But and it's groups of them that work together and they have agendas, but they messing with the wrong one, dealing with me, messing with me. Okay, they is, because I'm gonna treat you nice, and I'm gonna be working the whole time to try to get you for violating me. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I was on live yesterday, okay, and one of them people from, that little group of people that get together and decide, we're gonna go over here, we're gonna promote, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. They was messing with my numbers, and they messed with my numbers for 2 hours, y'all. They messed with them for 2 hours, and I was tired and sleepy and everything else, and I was like, I ain't gonna even get off, because I want to drive this nigga crazy. Okay, I want to drive him crazy. But I said that to say this: it don't make no sense, the types of stuff that our people do to try and sabotage other people. See, I got a life for real. Okay. And it makes me mad because of the violation. I'm telling y'all when I'm really mad. I'm really mad at the hacking. Okay. That's what I'm really mad at. These bitches that call themselves trying to sabotage my channel, they can't do that. So I don't even worry about that. But I'm mad at the violations that has already happened. I'm coming at the folks for that. But it don't make no sense. A lot of these women that work with these men to try and sabotage, and the stuff that they do when they get with people. Yeah, I'm gonna put you on this person. Like it's a real life. For what? Like I was saying, when women and stuff was running over there to that cookie shop, regardless to how y'all feel about the cookie shop, how y'all feel about anybody, it's an oxymoron to be running over to that cookie shop. Right. And so then one of the officers said that we had gotten some intel that somebody was trying to get somebody to run up in that cookie shop, get somebody stupid enough to run their dumb ass up in that cookie shop and hurt them folks. That's the energy that was put into the atmosphere, regardless to whether you want justice for Dolph or not. What is going over to the cookie shop and going to people's houses and trying to get their personal information? What does that have to do with wanting justice for young Dolph? That's the reason why I know these old motherfuckers on here stupid. That's a damn oxymoron. What does that have to do with wanting justice for young Dolph? Violating folks. Well, we don't like Tamra, so we gonna do this. You can't run me off here. I'm gonna be here when them folks hit your goddamn door, bitch. I'm gonna be right here. And then when they get all you motherfuckers, because I know who all of y'all, I know what y'all do. I was talking to somebody this morning. I was like, I thought that lady was cool. Okay. And then when all y'all got, then I might go ahead and I might shut my page. I don't know. It depends on what I want to do, because ain't nobody gonna run me off. But I said that to say is the reason our community is like it is. The white man ain't making these folks get on here and do that. Ain't no white man making nobody get on here and do that. It's these black folks, and some of them white and Hispanic. But it's a damn shame how black people allow these white hackers and Hispanics. So they work with some Hispanic hackers, make a damn fool out of them. Oh, she doesn't know anything. The police, the FBI got better things to do than to be worried about a bunch of hackers. Oh, okay. New Era, why you licking your tongue out? New Era, who are you? I know you've been coming to my channel for a while, New Era, but who are you? What state are you from? Are you even from the United States? Okay. What part of Mississippi? What part of Mississippi are you from? Okay, what city? Okay, what city in the Delta? Okay. Kush boy, okay. Kush boy, every time your ass get out of line, I'm gonna time you out. Just be thankful I ain't block you, okay? Because you was trying to show out in my chat. All right. But y'all, Memphis is in trouble. And like I said, our mindset has to change. As a woman, there is no way in the world I could let a bunch of men pull me in to trying to give me an assignment to try to try and go up against somebody on YouTube, okay? Especially another woman, right? I couldn't do it. And a lot of these folks ain't getting paid nothing. They just want to be a part of something. Some of them are professionals. Like, I consider that really weird. Okay. I saw him. He said Greenwood. It took him a long time to say it, so he must have to look it up. Okay. But it ain't gonna get no better, right? It's not going to get any better until the mindset of our people change. Until the mindset of our people change, and there has to be a renewal of the mind, right? I remember when this Young Doll's case first happened. I think I talked about this a lot of when this happened to Young Doll. These people basically told on themselves, right? Even before I started vlogging on the Young Doll's case, I promised to God. I promised to God. Even before well, the judicial system is a joke, okay? In most instances, because you're right, because they keep letting the criminals back out. You're right. And so I remember there was this girl named Tawana, and Thaddeus was vlogging on a Young Doll's case, right? But they was doing it on their Facebook pages. Y'all, them Negroes was jumping on them folks' lives using their real Facebook pages. That's the reason why I say, I mean, they solved a Kush boy. I ain't no damn troll. I don't want to troll you. Peace Queen is rolling into DeSoto County. Yeah, it is. Okay. And so they got on Thaddeus Matthews and Tawana page with their real Facebook pages. Y'all, their real Facebook pages. Okay. And started yeah, Horn Lake is rough. It is. It has turned into the hood. They started trolling and threatening them folks. Them little gang members, they started threatening them from their real Facebook pages. Okay? From their real Facebook pages. So do y'all think that it took much for them? For the FBI was watching then. So it didn't take much to start tracing that stuff and figuring out the affiliations and things of that nature. A bunch of damn fools. So that's why I always say, like, Instagram was subpoenaed. They was able to get all the messages that these folks thought that they had deleted and get their whole conversation. They were having gang meetings and um um all that type of stuff that was happening on Instagram. They was having all types of conversations on Messenger. That's the reason why I say they don't need no damn YouTuber to solve no case. It was already solved because the people that was involved solved it for the police. They did the damn job. Shout out to them. They the GOAT. They helped us get the million pages. And then they was constantly jumping their asses on hold on, y'all, on social media trying to threaten folks. Okay. Trying to threaten folks. Hey, Cypress. Y'all know my chat be moving real fast. I'm surprised Cypress ain't asleep because he went to sleep on the damn live last night. Hell, I did too. Y'all just didn't hear me snoring. Okay. But I think it's a shame before God, okay, that he said I ain't got nothing but a YouTube. I think it's a shame before God, guys, like the stuff that go on, and I would never want to be a part of any movement. It's not about solving anything. The moment you start violating people, the moment you start doing conniving stuff, then it's not about whatever movement you think is going on anyways. It's simply and strictly about violating. Okay. Thank you, Thomas Hall. It's strictly about violating. And because I'm a grown woman for real, I don't deal in violations. That's the reason why I would never, get involved in anything where I am violating of anybody else, right? That's the reason why I never had an issue if I like the person with saying, well, look, go over to Cypress show, go over to Player Code show. Shout out to them. I've never had that because of those issues. You know why? Because I understand that whatever is for me, it's for me. I ain't worried about, well, they're gonna take my subscribers, and Cypress gonna get people to start believing he gonna convert my subscribers over, and they gonna stop coming to my channel. Y'all, I don't have that type of mindset. I truly don't have a slave mentality. You know why? Because my gifts make room for me. I got way more shit going on than YouTube. As a matter of fact, YouTube don't pay my bills, and my bills and stuff get paid every month, and it ain't by YouTube. So I don't have that type of mentality. I've always been like that. That's the reason why all I do is win, 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 no matter what. Because I ain't got that type of mentality. I don't have that type of covetousness spirit. That's the reason why anytime anybody has ever tried to come up against me, God has whooped them cat ragged. First of all, you got to know the type of prayers that's around me. That you got to know. You got to know the type of prayers that stand around me. Everything that's happening for me right now was already predestined. It was prayed for and sealed in heaven before I was even born by my ancestors. And a low vibrational nigga think that they can get their crackhead ass or acid or meth or whatever they doing on YouTube and come between that. They can't come between that. That's the reason why I don't worry about that. Even when I had people say, well, what you think about this person? What you think about that person? They on your panel. They working. They want to try to steal your subscribers. I don't think a damn thing, because everything that's for me, a man can't take. Nobody. I don't care how they plot. I don't care who it is. I don't care what a person's agenda is. It won't work if it ain't right, and it's gonna backfire because everything that is supposed to be for me, I get. I'm a blessed girl. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. So I don't worry about that. I understand the moment people start trying to plot on me behind my back, it has already backfired on them. And guess what? It takes me up 3 times more. So I don't worry about stuff like that. I want to see other people win. You can get way more out of me if you ask me for it. If I like you because I'm real, I'm going to help you. If I don't like you, you ain't going to get nothing because I ain't going to fake with you. You going to get out of my face. I'm not going to fake with you. I don't like you. I don't like you. So I ain't going to reluctantly do anything. Well, you know, she reluctantly helped this person. I don't reluctantly do nothing. Okay? Because if I don't like you, I'm going to tell you, motherfucker, you ain't getting nothing from me. No, I ain't going to help you because I don't like you. So don't ever think I'm reluctantly doing anything. Anything I do, it's because I want to do it. Ain't nobody tricking me into doing it. Ain't nobody stabbing. Ain't nobody, whatever it ain't happening. It's because I want to do it. And the moment I don't want to do it no more, I'm going to tell you, I don't want to do it because I don't like you. You ain't right. Okay? Kush boy, who needs to leave? What you talking about? Who are you talking to? Kush boy, who needs to leave? But who are you talking about? Who are you talking about need to leave? Okay, what I did was I went on ahead and blocked Kush boy. I tried to give him some opportunities. Okay, but I'm not going to have people in my chat that's more than likely is another vlogger or somebody that has been into my chat. And I'm gonna say this too. If you are a vlogger or somebody that hangs out on YouTube, okay, and you and you you got all kinds of different accounts, troll accounts and stuff like that. And I'm saying this in good faith. Go get yourself some help. It ain't that serious. Go get yourself some help. You need help. If you got a lot of different accounts and you come into people's channels and stuff up under different names and things of that nature, and you disguise yourself or you think you disguising yourself and you start trolling, you need to go and sit on somebody's couch. And you need to be on some type of med. You do. You need to be on some medicine. And I'm for real when I say that. See, people ain't going to tell you that. I'm not going to get mad at you no more. I'm not. Because it ain't worth it. Okay? My pressure is not going to go up like it did the other night. And I'm going to take my mama's advice. I've done what I'm supposed to do as it relates to these trolls. Okay? Right, they need to be at Lakeside. And I'm gonna let God handle the rest of it. Okay? Because believe it or not, normal people have real stuff going on in their lives, right? Like myself, I have real things going on in my life. YouTube is not my source. It's not. I get on here because I want to promote something. There are some other things that I want to do. Believe it or not, there are a lot of other things that I want to do as it relates, because I really want my page to be more so about ministry, right? When I say ministry, I'm talking about help spreading truthful knowledge about stuff. That's really ministry, right? But I'm not going to allow my page anymore to be like a dog and pony show. It's not going to be a freak show. And I'm asking my moderators when they start coming in, okay, trolling, if they look like a troll, watch them. And if you pick up on they trolling, because my thing be going up and down real fast. I miss a lot of my comments because I don't stare at them a whole lot because they distract me. Okay, get them up out my chat. They're not gonna be they're not gonna be a star in this chat. They're not gonna be a star in this chat, and I'm not going to allow that energy or those different entities to hang around in my chat. I'm on a mission. I haven't gotten to as far as I have gotten playing with clowns, right? And I'm not getting ready to play with them on here. The people that's been violating, your day coming. But I'm not getting ready to constantly get mad and say, yeah, nigga, we doing this. That ain't getting ready to happen no more. You're gonna know when them folks hit your door. That's it. You're gonna know when they hit that door. And regardless to whether they mess with numbers or not, guess what? I'm still be on here because it ain't gonna affect me. You know why? Because YouTube don't pay my bills. It's gonna affect them because they're not gonna be on here no more because they're gonna be in jail when they get through digging at all the other stuff that they doing. Okay. See, that's gonna be that's gonna be the real bombshell right there. So, like I said, back to what I was saying, Memphis is in trouble, right? And our people are in trouble because of our mindset and not wanting to do better. That's it. That's all. Every time you look up, you have our people are such, it's good to take advantage of opportunities, right? Hey, Shantae, but you have people that are opportunists. And what they want to do is, like with my mindset, this is how I am. And this has got to change with our people. If I see a good-hearted person, a good-natured person, what I do is, because it is very extinct, what I do is I gravitate towards good-natured people. But because people are they so slimy now. And this is the reason why they never get anywhere. When they see a good-natured person, the human mind and psyche go, because they so twisted now. Oh, that's a good person. I wonder if I can bump their head. I bet I can get over on them. That's how they are. And that's the reason why they never get anywhere. I'll never forget that when I was HR manager for the government, God put me there, okay? And God put me there, and I was helping a lot of people. I was able to help a lot of people who would never have gotten interviews because I was pulling those applications with the government. I had folks coming in there saying, I've been applying for years and I never got an interview. If I don't even get the job, I made sure I interview everybody, because see, everybody might not have the experience, but they might have had the work ethic, okay? They might have had the work ethic. I feel like everybody deserves, sometimes all they need is an opportunity. They had the right type of attitude, and I would recommend them for the job, right? Even if that other person might have had more experience. I didn't choose people based on that. I chose them based on the work ethic, the attitude, right? And knowing that they was capable of doing the job, okay? And those were the people that came in that just wanted an opportunity and treated it like gold, because some of those that already had the experience thought that they was too good. They kept more shit going than the law allowed, right? But I remember there was this one person that they had there for a temp. And I was like, and they were saying, we don't want him. We don't want that person. We don't want them. They keep too much stuff going, this, and that. But me being the type of person that I am, I was looking at the person. I was like, dog, I was looking at the type of clothes that they wore. I was looking at their teeth and stuff. I was like, dog, well, if they get permanent, they would be able to get insurance. It would help their situation more. Because I would even communicate with the person because they were a temp. And my CAO was saying that person is a problem. I really want you to start phasing that person out. And I was like, I'm going to do whatever I can to try to go around it, because I just think if this person is given an opportunity, right? And so I ended up helping the person to get on permanently. That job was supposed to be for somebody else, okay? And I put that person in a position where they were chosen to be permanent, right? And the very person that I helped stabbed me in my back to the point where I almost lost my job, okay? That's how bad they stabbed me in my back, right? Because they thought, well, I'm in now. Yeah, just doing the most. Stabbed me in my back, went to the elected official, stabbed me in my back, right? And as soon as they stabbed me in my back, 30 days later, the elected official came in, because we already know that when God does it, it don't take no forever, because he's a right now God. The elected official came in, he lost his job 30 days later and said, I want him gone before he offer probation. Get him out of here. So let me tell you what God did. The moment he stabbed me in my back, God took it back. That's the reason why I say I already know I'm favored. I don't worry about these dime store hoods on here. You can't touch a favored person. You can't. Every door that I walk in, God gives me favor. Every door, even as it relates to some of these complaints that's in the atmosphere, God gives me favor. So I don't worry about it. That's the reason why I say these folks better start sowing good seeds. A lot of the position that a lot of these people are in right now, it ain't got nothing to do with nobody other than them. They put themselves in that position because they always sowing seeds of discord. Seeds of discord. Well, we're going to do it this way. We're going to do it that way. I got a TV show right now that we filming new seasons for. I was on TV, right in the TV screen, the TV that y'all be looking up at, the real TV, before I even came on YouTube. Right? So, I mean, like I said, I think, even with, I think about my sister Dima, and she's very, I'm sorry to hear that, Tiffany. She's very no nonsense, she's very no nonsense. She said, well, Tam, I mean, she's Chicago bred. She don't be wanting to play with it. She go, but I just don't understand, Tam. You already know this and that sometimes. And I go, well, I'm an investigator. Okay. Because she go, I don't like to play with it. I just like to cut it. That's how she is. I'm an investigator, right? And I like to, once I find out what people are doing, oftentimes, right, I like to watch it to see where it's going. I like to figure out where the source is. I just like to figure out the root of stuff. That's how I am. So that's the reason why a lot of times it ain't got nothing to do with being naive. It's got everything to do with wanting to know. That's what I've been taught. Wanting to get to the root of stuff. That's the reason why I always talk about the root of trees, that they're going to get gaudy. That's the source. of all the discord. And I'm just one of those people. When I find out that a person is doing something, I start I start trying to figure out what is the supply, where is the source of this coming from, right? And so that's the reason why it looks like oftentimes people are getting over when I already been had them figured out. But I'm trying to figure out, you know what I mean? When I cut the cancer, I be wanting to cut the cancer and everything around it because I need to know the source. Because if you just cut that person and you ain't, because oftentimes that person will lead you to the rest of that group of people like they always do. Okay. Just like they always do. So I always try to figure out the source of the cancer. That's what I do. So I can cut it all at one time, right? Wow. I don't know why. Hey, Tiffany, that's I hate that, right? But y'all, Memphis is in trouble. Okay. Memphis is in trouble. And I lay low, got right. You lay low, you gotta be strategic. Just because I don't say nothing, it's some things I blurt out, but it's some things I know not to blurt out. Cause I ain't no damn fool. Okay. Cause I'm not a fool. But I think that is sad, like I said, the stuff that people are doing and they claim it's because first of all, can no vlogger solve Young Dolph's case? It ain't gonna happen. I'm an investigator and I can't even solve it. Okay. You know why? Because Young Dolph has a team of experts on his case that's working, right? And so that's the reason why I always say you have to just kind of allow it to work itself out. It's okay for people to have their very own opinions and stuff. It ain't nothing wrong with that. But I feel like it's something wrong with when people are, when people violate people. Thank you, Robert, for the cash out. When people start violating people, right, because they have a difference of opinion than them, so then that's when right, that there isn't a problem. There is a problem. That there is an agenda. I'm not a fool. When folks say Young Dolph's case go deep, yeah, I know it goes deep, but I dare not get on here and talk about all that stuff. It ain't even my place to get on here and talk about everything that is going on. I don't even know everything, and I'm not gonna fake like I do. But there are some things that I know that I will never say anything about until it's over. I'd be a damn fool. And what I know, it don't come from the people off of the street. If somebody tell me something, and that's why the people that tell me stuff feel comfortable to tell me something. That's the reason why y'all think I could sit on here and say with confidence, well, Young Dolph gonna get justice. It don't change. It's not because I'm so in love with the police. It's because I know it's gonna happen. And that's why I say, when Mia J gets discouraged, and I understand when they start shutting down and they don't tell her everything. It's some things that they can't tell her, but they need to at least give us some kind of confirmation that they're moving in a direction where there is going to be justice. That's what they need to do. When I say that, I mean that, right? So, hey, like I said, I think people need to be more careful. And like I said, I guess I'm just kind of surprised that so many people, right? I'm talking about real grown old folks can get on here and be misled. They get on here, they get their feelings hurt. They start wanting to try and sabotage. You too damn old for that. They get on here, they start doing criminalistic things, but they was criminals before they got on here. A lot of them. There are a lot of emotionally unstable people, right? But when all of this is over, they're gonna be able to go somewhere where they're gonna be able to get them some help because they got all kinds of counseling and stuff in jail. So that's the only good thing about that. Oh, yes. Oh, and if you would like to adopt a senior, okay, reach out to me on Facebook, okay? Because what I'm doing is I am going to a senior's home, okay, and delivering them some stuff like a few days before Christmas. I adopt a senior's home every year, and I'm gonna tell y'all what seniors like. They like stuff like socks. They love their own coffee mugs and their own cups. Okay, they love personalized stuff. You know, they feel like it's theirs, their own. They love stuff like that. Gowns, like puzzles, knitting stuff, because when they're in these seniors homes, I don't understand how people go and drop their loved ones off at a seniors home and then they come and see them once or twice a year. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. There's no way in the world that I could ever have a mother or a father or a grandparent or something that played a part, especially in helping to raise me, or even an auntie or anybody, and drop them off at a senior's home and go, well, we're gonna go visit Mud Deer on Christmas. All the holiday, then you don't visit Mud Deer. Well, oh, it's Easter time. We're gonna go visit Mud Deer. You drop your old relatives off, your elderly relatives off, and you leave them to the hands of a bunch of people who just they're working and make a living. They don't give a damn about them. You don't even know if they're being treated right. And what happens is it takes their spirit away. And that's why they start deteriorating, aside from the point they ain't getting taken care of like they should. When people know that you love folks, it prompts them to handle them more with care. And people ought to be ashamed of themselves for that type of stuff. Well, I go visit my mama on Thanksgiving and on Christmas. You got your you got your mama in a damn senior home, and all you do is visit your mama who raised you, who took care of your piss ass and changed your diapers and bought you shoes and clothes, broke her back trying to do that on holidays because it's inconvenient. No, we got to do better. Them seniors be so glad to see somebody walk in there. They will talk your ear off because they be want somebody to talk to, because they just been left there. That's it. I never thought I would live to see so many selfish people in my life. Folks are too selfish. They selfish. And that's the reason why you see folks with a lot of bad karma and stuff. Well, I don't know what I did, but there all this stuff happening to me. They get talking about the devil. The first thing people say, the devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. He messing with my finances. The devil is a liar. He messing with my health. He messing with my son. And I'll be saying, no, you a liar. You reaping what you sow. The devil ain't doing everything. Some of these folks paying for the dirt that they do, that they've done, and that they do. They giving the devil too much credit. You the damn devil. You the one sowed them damn seeds. That's why I say people got to be very meticulous about what they do. They just do. It's all about I, me. That's it. It's about what I can get. It's about what I can get. That's right, Stephanie. It's all about what they can get from somebody, how they can scheme off of somebody. When a lot of times you can get more from a person if you sit down and say, well, look here, can we come to some type of understanding? This right here is what I want to try to do. Would you be interested in it? You never know. They might say, well, no, but look here, let me see. Let's try to come up with something where we both can benefit. But people don't think like that. It's all about trying to scheme and get the most. And that's the reason why it always blow up in their face. It always blows up in their faces. You know, I think about like how like when Raven comes into my chat, okay, I always revert back to that because I get real shocked, and I'm not talking about anybody that has it's different when I feel like people have a natural concern because everybody has their own opinion about stuff. Hey, I could dig that. If they have a concern, they reach out to me and they say, well, Miss T, I'm concerned because I just kind of feel this way and I'm just a little concerned. Hey, I understand that. Okay, I hear you. All right, I feel you on that. I understand. I ain't mad. You feel a certain way, and you say you got a concern. I could dig that. I feel that. But when you see people just flat out start attacking you, well, Raven was in her chat, and then they start making fake pages trying to go on channel to channel to channel them and their group of people. Okay, their group of people. The women that's with them and all that up under they think they up under fake pages, okay, and they start going on different channels trying to sow. Well, Tamara said this, y'all know Tamara had Raven on her channel, she must not be for Dolph and all that. Y'all, it's a lot of mentally ill people, okay, because there's no way in the world y'all see me have Cypress up on my panel. Cypress has a different of opinion about what I feel about Yo Gotti, but you don't see me going as Cypress, right? Because Cypress has a difference of opinion than me because I'm mentally sane, okay? And because this is my chat, I always say, show me some respect, y'all. I don't like that people attacking folks. I don't like that heaviness or anything like that. Don't respect me and don't go at people like that, right? Because it does something to me when I feel like people are being attacked. I don't like that. I don't want that type of energy on my channel because with me being the head person, I mean, it affects me more, right? I look at, well, I was just stating my opinion. Bitch, you weren't stating your opinion. You attacking. Yeah, you did. I'm gonna take you out and you need to be taken out. That's crazy for me to sit up and let somebody do that. It's different when people have questions. Okay. I'm getting ready to put something else into the atmosphere. Okay. Because, people always stealing my phrases anyways. Yeah. Watch and see, don't y'all start hearing this. You get more bees with honey. That's why I say I'm the honey bee. You get more bees with honey. And I dare not ask, I don't interrogate Raven. You know why? Because it ain't my job to. Well, she had Raven up on her panel and she didn't interrogate her. What I'm interrogating if I ain't the damn police? If the police ain't interrogating her, who am I? That's not my job. Right? And then I see a bunch of grown people, they go into attack mode. And then when other people's defenses go up, when Raven sit up on the panel, all you gotta do is if you want to ask her something, ask her. She answered questions, but the moment her defense go up because people are trying to attack her, people say, well, she had got mad because she must got something to hide. No, because I've been attacked by some of the same people, so I understand. So when people talk at me, it make my defenses go up. It make anybody defenses go up, and then I start cussing you out. Whereas you could have got more bees and more stings with the honey, right? But you got a bunch of emotionally unstable grown people. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And so that's the reason why I say, hey, there has to be a renewal of the mind. There has to be a renewal of the mind. I don't ask Raven anything about what went on with young Dolph or what went on at the cookie shop. You know why? Because the police got the video. I don't need her to tell me anything about that because number one, she really can't get on here and talk about that. She can't interfere with an investigation. That happened at their cookie shop. So everything that she do know, she can't get on here and regurgitate it. I understand that. That's the reason why I don't go hard to get mad because I understand it. So when people say, well, she started recanting statements, she might have did put some stuff into the atmosphere in the beginning. I'm not, this is what I feel. She might have put some shit into the atmosphere in the beginning that she wasn't supposed to. And she probably had to recant it. Right? Because she started talking to some investigators. She said she was talked to. I understand how investigations work. I've sat in the midst of that and seen how it works. You putting out intricate information, you can't do that. So hey, listen, I guess everybody's thoughts or whatever is valid, but whatever your thoughts are, it ain't cool to viciously go after people because if y'all going after folks based on what y'all hear on YouTube, you sure going after them for the wrong reason. Because a lot of these, the 96% of these folks on YouTube ain't doing nothing but capping, trying to make a check by getting folks' lives put in danger, and they don't care because they came out the sewer. They got a sewer mentality. They was getting drugs and money, robbing and stealing when they was on the street, and YouTube ain't no different. Okay? It ain't no different. So that's why I say you have to be meticulous. Why you think they try to attack me all the time? Because they can't control me. That shit they put into the atmosphere, they already know it don't penetrate me because I know they full of shit. Okay? So it don't make no sense, you guys, right? It don't. Like I said, everything can be done in decency and in order, right? We don't have to violate or attack each other. That's the reason why I say if you get confused, hey, wait that shit out. Wait it out. Don't have such an urgency where you're allowing people to mislead you. And just because it's not happening when you want it to happen. Because see, I'm gonna tell you what's going on now. People are so demonic and low down. Okay. Like I had put into the atmosphere. It's more so jealousy that I heard that there was gonna be some indictments this month. Right. So because it has not happened, they put people on a mission, or other vloggers using different fake pages, the ones that I said needed to get some help. Well, it ain't happened yet, so I guess she ain't got no credibility. Girl, ooh, you see what I'm talking about? So when everything that I've said has come to pass, and I still ain't backing down because the person that told me that was gonna happen be telling the truth. They know, right? So that's the reason why I say, like, because I always want to see justice for young doll when there are updates and stuff, and there'll be updates, start being updates more frequently and stuff because it's getting down to the nitty gritty as it relates to this case. We'll go into the platinum. We're going to the platinum and talk about other stuff. We're getting back on our book club because that's what we do. But as far as being a part of the garbage, when my pressure was spiked the other night, my bottom number was 100. It took me 2 days to get because I was mad. Ain't nobody in this world, especially somebody you don't even know, worth you ever being sick, worth ever running your pressure up like that. And then the first thing they do is they sit back and laugh because they're sadistic and sick. Yeah, we got her pressure up. Maybe she'll be gone and we could make all the YouTube money. You're going to be gone too because y'all going to be going to jail, a lot of you. But as far as all of the garbage, I'm on a mission. And it ain't she just on here to try to get people put in jail. I ain't trying to get nobody put in jail. The folks that's going to jail, that has already been determined. Okay, there's an appointed date and time for that. So whatever I say or don't say, it don't make a bit of damn difference. Whatever a vlogger on here say about the young dogs case or don't say, don't make listen to me. It don't make a bit of damn difference, right? Because the investigators and the other entities that's working on this case already got that sewn up, right? I don't care how many damn hackers you got. You ain't got the resources that the American government that's got your ass up under investigation. Some of these niggas for the stuff that they're doing and participating in. You ain't got the resources that they got. So I don't understand how anybody could ever feel like somebody on here can solve the Dobbs case. I never said I was on here to solve the Dobbs case. I got on here because I thought people wanted to know the truth. Well, you know, she the MPD spokesperson, sis. MPD don't need me to speak for them. They got a spokesperson. That's how you know folks don't even know the damn structure of the police department here, even in their stupidity. I done tried to guide them. A lot of what they know is because I done got on here and tried to guide them right. Regardless to whether they say it or not, they listens because I know my lingo when I hear it. Okay? So, it just, like I said, it's surprising to me when you're seeing 30 and 40 and 50-year-olds getting on here doing a lot of what they do in sectors. We're going to use this person to try to tell them to try to get up to this person to try to get information. Y'all, it's just, it don't make no sense. It ain't that serious. Like, I got a real life for real. That's my real life. That's why when folks sit up and talk about my best friend, they go, "Well, why you turn her mic off?" Because that's my best friend for real. That's real life right there. That's a 40-year friendship. It ain't about no likes and views. That girl gotta live in the hood, even though she ain't scared. That's my round right there, my day one since I was 5. I dare not get on here and let her say something because she's outspoken and ain't nobody else gonna do it for a view. Well, Miss T turn her mic off. Miss T involved. She don't want to solve Dawes case. It ain't a damn thing that my best friend could say that could solve or not solve the Dawes case because that's already determined. But a lot of these niggas that's still out there on the street can't even decipher that. Okay? And she ain't no dog and pony show. We get on here and we have fun, but she ain't no dog and pony show. That's my friend for real. So there's a lot of real affection and love. That's family. You don't be friends with nobody for 40 years. That ain't no friend. That's family. And so I don't play about her. Okay? That's true, James and Iris. When was Snowfest? Gristle. Where was Snowfest at? New to you says, I know Nino Brown watched Tamara. Somebody else said that they thought he looked at my channel. Yep. But there has to be a renewal of the mind, y'all, within our community. There has to be a renewal. Y'all hit that like button. Hold on, y'all. Oh, child. Yes, indeed. New to you says, you dang on right. No one controls you. Nobody controls me. Nobody. Nobody. You know, these folks actually would have been better off just saying, you know what? Um, you know what, you cool. I mean, would you like to join our sector? No. Hey, but I ain't got no issues with you though. I mean, I don't agree with, everything you say, but hey, I ain't trying to call you out. Just know because I'm an adult, my opinion or what I know is gonna always be different from yours. But you cool though, I ain't got no issues. But instead, they made me their enemy when they started trying to violate me and come at me because they got a sewer mentality. They started it. And anything that has a start has to be finished. Okay. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Hey, I'm the type of person, I'm a good-hearted person, I'm a good person. But once you cross me, you can't cross back over. That's something that I be praying about with God because I'm a rider, I'm a loyal person. But once you cross over the fence, because you can't ride the fence now when it comes to right and wrong. You can have your opinion. Hey, that's cool. But once you cross me, you can't cross back over. Since 2000, the year of 2000, my New Year's resolution has been God, give me a forgiving heart. It's 2023 and it ain't happened. That's something that God has to work on me with. That's one of my flaws. I don't forgive people. And that's because I take it hard when people cross me because I'm a motherfucking rider. I'm a good person to have on your team because I rise. But if you cross me, you can't cross back over. It ain't no, well, let's talk and make up. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's all. No, we can't talk. We can't do nothing. I don't want nothing to do with you. Go live your life, and I'm going to live mine. Okay? That's the reason why I like to see things out. When I get the heads up, all up, heads up that people doing stuff to me, I like to see it out because I need to know the source of the cancer. That's getting down to the nitty gritty. I like to know the source of the cancer. Because if I just start cutting folks off and I ain't got the source, they ain't gonna do nothing but have another person rise up. Cause it's a whole heap of them. Okay, well, she done figured that one out. You go. Now I need the source. Cause see, the source is who the coward. They like to hide behind the simps. Cause you a simp if you constantly letting somebody you ain't never even met on damn YouTube send you out. You's a goddamn simp. Hey Nate, OG Detroit Productions. What's going on? Oh, child. But anyways, did y'all enjoy the show today? If y'all enjoyed, give me a thumbs up if y'all enjoyed. I gotta go over to the office and mix some stuff up in my lab. Y'all, I'm back into doing my productions. I'm going to actually have a guest on. She's from out of North Carolina and somebody from out of Maryland. I ain't gonna say who it is, child, until I get them on here. And I'm actually doing a documentary as it relates to their situation and some more stuff because it's very, very interesting. Like I said, I had stuff going on, y'all, before I even came on here. Well, my dad got sick last year. That threw me off balance. And my auntie was saying to me the other day, she said that it really hurt me when you walked into your dad's, because I was so optimistic about my dad. And so I remember when he went back out to the hospital, that it's got to be a deliverance of the mind, chosen. Ain't nothing gonna change until there's a deliverance of the mind. You're right. And my auntie said when you pull that chair up to your dad's bed, I remember walking in there because I was like, once my dad hear my voice, the hospital that he was in made a real big boo-boo. I ain't gonna even talk about what hospital he was in or nothing like that. Cause they got to pay dearly for that boo-boo. Okay. So I don't even worry about that because God is in control. And the good thing is they understand that they got to pay dearly for that boo-boo. But my dad was sick, and when he first went into the hospital, he it was some stuff that was not working in the hospital. Okay. And the nurses did not do what they were supposed to do. It was some equipment in the hospital that was broken. And so what happened was my dad thought that he could walk, and he tried to get up out of his bed. You know how most people do when he went the first day he went in, the first night, he tried to get up out of his bed. Because when he went to the hospital, it was only because he had gotten sick, because of complications of diabetes, and started throwing up. And when he tried to get up out of his bed, the bed alarm was supposed to go off. It was not working. And then the bed was broken. Okay. So then when he snatched his stuff out of his arm, the nurses didn't come in or nothing. And when they came in, my dad had been laying on the floor. He fell and hit the table next to his bed. He had been laying on the floor for hours. Okay. And the nurse didn't come in and find him in the floor. A relative did. Okay. And he was out in a coma for a month. Okay. So that's the reason why I say I don't even worry about that. Right. They said that's a pure freak. But when my auntie said it hurt me so bad when I walked into, and he went downhill from that. He never came back from that. That hospital gonna pay dearly for that. They already know it. That's why they try to negotiate. Okay. My auntie said it hurt me so bad when you walked in there and you said, Dad, I'm here. I'm here. I said, if my dad hears my voice, he gonna wake up. I said, if you hear my voice, she said it hurt me. I didn't realize at that point how bad off he was. He was already sick. I didn't realize how bad off he was after that. And so he woke up a few more times. He started coming back to himself. But because he had been out so long, it started messing with it. He started having strokes more frequently from hitting his head and stuff. And he never came home again, right? Um, and so I was on here trying to be positive because I said, when OTV was messing with me every single day, when Countdown John them and all of their people was doing stuff in the background, I was fasting and praying because I had to stay positive for my dad. The day of that is over, and I want some retribution. I want it one or two ways. Okay. I want it one or two ways. It's got to be some retribution because those men tried to terrorize me because they thought I was weak. when all I was doing was going to the throne of grace for my dad, and they got comfortable with violating me. They got comfortable with that. And I want my retribution in one or two ways, and I'm going to get it. Do you understand me? I'm going to get it. So I serve notice to them and all of their imps and their hackers and all the people that work with them, all these bitches on here, excuse my French, that's working with them, that think they slick, that be in my motherfucking chat. Bitch, I know you working with them. Everybody that think they slicking me, I serve notice. The day of violations is over. And if you don't know yet, you gonna know. It's over. I got time. I got time. And so what I have to do is I have to pray, because I let that anger of them fucking with me drive me at this point. That's the reason why I keep hiring folks. I keep doing what I do to ensure that there is some justice. But like my mama said, that's the reason why I stay at the altar. That's the reason why I consistently pray. I got to step back and let God. But I serve notice. As a woman, it ain't nowhere in the world that I could ever work with any of these men to try and violate another woman. That's the reason why I say it has to be a renewal of the mind in our community. Because y'all, these folks don't know me like that. I was already favored before I got on here. It don't stop just because a bunch of damn YouTubers have decided that we got a team and we gonna stop it. You ain't none of God. Y'all didn't make me. Y'all didn't give me my gifts. My gifts make room for me. That's the reason why I got a group of people on here now. But they might say, well, you ain't got 500 or 1,000 people. Let me tell you something. I prefer quality instead of quantity anyways. God says, if you build it, I'll send the people. I'm still in my building process on here. Just like when I built that TV show. I got a hardcore fan base on TV. That's the reason why my phone stay ringing when my show is on. Whether it's in Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi, or Alabama. They love me down there in Alabama. Because God says, if you build it, I'll send them. And so these devils think that they could ever get on here. Any woman, any man think that they could ever get on here and take something from me? I think not. They ain't give it to me. They ain't give it to me. So no matter how they mess with the numbers, it ain't going to change nothing. Because it was already predestined. Before I even got here, I remember I said, I'm going back to YouTube. I'll never forget. I don't know if y'all remember Gerald Stewart, Gerald the mechanic. That was one of my good friends. We used to talk all the time. And that's the reason why I'm getting ready to get back on his case. Okay. I had gotten some leads on that case and gave it to MPD myself. Okay. And when they said, well, they started getting leads and I got some, it was a whole lot of shit. Okay. And then Young Dawes situation happened and they've been pulling investigators from everywhere on this Dawes case. That's the reason why I say these folks don't know what they talking about when they talk about MPD crooked. Them folks working the hell about their case. And not only MPD, but other people, other entities. Okay. And I remember saying to Gerald before Gerald was killed, I said, I want to go to YouTube. Okay. I said, I want to go to YouTube. And I'm going to start building on YouTube. He said, oh, okay. Well, you need to start doing that now. You need to go ahead and just start doing that now. I said, yeah. And God had already gave me a thought. Because see, before then, years before, I would just upload my stuff on YouTube. I would just upload it. When people would come from out of town so that they could look on YouTube, that's the only reason why I didn't even, know anything about no YouTube channel. The YouTube channel I got, that's why I'm learning about stuff now as it relates to this channel, especially now since these folks hacking. Because I had a friend of mine that was working with me and was like, I'm gonna build you a YouTube channel and I'm gonna do your brand account. Hell, I ain't know nothing about half of this shit. That's why they was able to hack me. I didn't take that seriously because I'm a sane person. When I got on YouTube for a long time, I wasn't making a damn dime. So they was hacking for nothing. So I was like, why the hell somebody want to hack my stuff? I don't even make no damn money. One getting a dime, right? And so, and they was deleting my videos then, and I wasn't even noticing it because I wasn't studying YouTube like that. That's the reason why I'm getting them niggas asses. I'm owning asses too. Ooh, I don't even want to think about that because I get mad. Okay. But I was going through stuff with my dad, and my mind was always boggled up. But when I said I was going to go back to YouTube, okay, I spoke it out into the atmosphere. I said, yeah, I'm gonna go back on there. I think I'm gonna start going live. You know what? I'm gonna do the same thing I'm doing on TV, and it's gonna be good too. I had already spoken into existence, and because it was for me, God let it happen. See, everything that has ever been for me, God let it fall in my lap. I ain't never had no trouble. He gave me favor and it fell in my lap. So I was just getting on doing vlogs and stuff, and I would do it sporadically. So one day I was sitting in my office and I had just gotten some information about straight drop. And one of my friends was like, that worked downtown at the jail, was like, I took straight drop. This is before he started getting into a whole lot of trouble. He was like, straight drop, he's in protective custody and he went to use the phone. He said, I think straight drop getting his wake up call. I said, why you say that? He said, because young dude was frustrated because a lot of the people that he was trying to call, a lot of them done changed their damn phone numbers. And then he told me some more stuff, right? So what I did was I got on, I was like, dog, I was like, I could do a video on it, but I want to make it into something inspirational because it wasn't about getting on to get views so that I could get some money. I wasn't even monetized. Okay. And so I did a video on it. Yes, she is anointed. She is anointed, Gigi. And so I did a video on it and I was more inspirational on the video. I was like, I'll use this. So I've always had a passion for young adults and the youth. Okay, I really do, for real. I have a love for children and teenagers and young adults because I feel like they need our guidance, right? They've been through a lot because a lot of them haven't really had guidance in this generation. So my heart has always been very soft for them, right? So anyways, that's why. Okay, so then I did the video, right? So I'm back. I wouldn't give them like 100 views or like 200 views. Like if I was getting like 100 views, I was like, wow, that's good. Wow, that's awesome. So I did the video. I was sitting in my office waiting on my guests to come in so I could film their TV show. I did the video and I only had like 1,000 and something subscribers. Okay. And so then I did the video, didn't think no more of it. A few days later, I logged on to YouTube and I started looking at the numbers. I was like, this couldn't be right. Because it was like up to like 5 or 6,000. And then I was up to like 3,000 subscribers. And people were commenting up on the video, Coat Figure, Miss D, a lot of people that I see now. Coat Figure was like, sister, I'm standing with you. I was like, I didn't know none of these people. I was like, oh my God, is this for real? Like, is this right? That's the reason why I say they didn't give it to me. And when people don't give you, when man didn't give it to you, they can't take it. I spoke a seed into the atmosphere and God watered that seed. And it just started going up. It went all the way up and it just kept going and the numbers kept going up. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. And it went up to like 26 or 27,000. Okay, so then people started coming to my channel, and then like I didn't even know a whole lot about the comments. And so I started figuring out how to look at comments that was hidden and stuff. And they would say, when you gonna make your next video? We waiting on you to come on. And so Miss D started reaching out to me more. And I have to give Miss D this credit. She was like, you need to start doing lives. These folks be waiting on you to come on because you're a Memphian. They know you know what's going on. And I was like, well, okay, I guess I could do more lives or whatever. And so that's when I started doing more lives. And then that situation with Shondell happened. So my cousin, who's a lieutenant in Indianapolis, told me what went down with that. You know, it ain't my place to talk about all that. The only thing I've ever said about that was he, you know, okay, uh yeah, okay. I yeah, anyways, it ain't my place to talk about all this stuff that happened in Indiana. And so the only thing I ever said about that was my cousin said when Shondell was let go, they didn't know they had let him go. Because when I called him again, I was like, cuz, what happened? You know, cousin, what happened? How they managed to let him out the jail? He said, who you talk about? I said, you know, Shondell, how they managed to let him out the jail? And you know, they had not said anything. He said, they let him out. You talking about the situation that happened with the young Dolph? I said, yeah. He said, this was his exact words. Goddamn, they ain't sent no bolo. They ain't sent me nothing to give out to my officers because they supposed to send a bolo across the state of Indiana. He said, damn, they ain't said. I said, they said he been gone for almost a month. So just, you know, putting two and two together, when I talk to him again, you know, I didn't really talk about that no more because you know, it just kind of seemed weird because see, I had worked for the Shelby County Sheriff's Office, and when they started saying that, you know, MPD said to let them go, MPD can't call no sheriff's office because they don't have jurisdiction over jailers, and tell no sheriff's office in another county to let somebody in jail go. It has to be the sheriff's office. So I just kind of left that alone because I said, oh, okay, with it, you know, that's kind of weird. I work down there, I understand how they communicate. And they never would have said let them go. When they said MPD said let them go, I knew that was you know, I just knew that that was a different type of situation going on. And so I didn't worry about it no more. Um, Whatever it was going on, it wasn't no mistake. That's all I could say. And you know, when my cousin told me what had happened, he told me the city. He said it was cousin. It was a one little street city. I forget the name of the city they found straight dropping them in. And he said they was at a hotel and the authorities got a call that they was at that hotel. That's the reason why I always said from the very beginning, y'all, who do y'all think told? Right? They was like, well, I think they traced them. I said, no, somebody told it. Somebody told them that they was at that hotel. Who told them? I've always tried to put stuff out into the atmosphere here. And so anyways, he said they set up and waited for them to come out, and then they followed them up to the gas station. Right? They decided that they was going to arrest them at the gas station. So then I said, well, y'all, how they know that they was going to stop at the gas station? Okay. Anyways, child. So then I started throwing out hints. I said, well, y'all, who is it? Why was Straight Drop in Indiana? I said that from day one last year around March. I said, y'all, why was Straight Drop in Indiana? Well, you know, I think he was going to such and such. I said, no, he was in Indiana because that's where he was. That was his destination. Okay. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Right. But I said all that to say this. No man gave it to me. And trust me, you know, there's been some stuff that happened. I had somebody from out of, you know, Dallas in the very beginning to reach out to me. They had a Memphis number. And they was trying to get over to my studio. Okay. And it was like right after that video started going, it started getting all those numbers. And it just so happened I had some people sitting in my studio that day. I had them on speaker. And I'll never forget the guy name. And maybe I shouldn't say it. I'm not gonna say it. But I don't they didn't know how powerful stuff was at that point. So what I did was, because he wanted to gain my trust, um I asked him for some stuff. He was like, well, how what can I co- what can I how can I come and give you your money and all that. He wanted to act like he wanted me to figure out if somebody had been in jail. I said, okay, yeah. And he was like, well, where you located at? I never did tell him. I said, well, we can handle everything over the phone. So as he was talking, he was being traced. And so even though he had a Memphis number, the majority of his addresses were in um Dallas, the Dallas area, right? So then I said, well, but I said all that to say this. A lot of these folks, they had people out there, working with some of these people because they didn't know how the feds was on their tail already, okay, trying to take anybody out that they felt like was speaking about the case and stuff like that. Even then, they had their case sewn up, and these folks has gotten themselves tied up in a web of a whole lot of shit, okay, for nothing, for nothing, setting folks up, getting folks taken out for nothing, because that case was tied up, and they dumbasses did it from the very beginning. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. It's a lot of stuff that happened. I don't even talk about. But I can say with a lot of certainty, is a lot of these vloggers, it's going to be a few of these vloggers be indicted and go to jail. And that's on my daddy's grave. It ain't got nothing to do with me. It's got everything to do with what they chose to participate in because they thought they was going to get something. You got to know when there's a trail of money, and when you talk about hackers on YouTube hacking to get people's information, these damn folks so damn money hungry. They got professions. They paying them to be trolls. They ain't trying to figure out the source. You the lowest on the damn totem pole anyway. So if you let somebody pay you to be a troll, it ought to be some things you won't do for money. But there's a source, right? There's a source. There's a money source. And these damn stupid ass trolls and got themselves caught up in something, and they don't even know who the source is. They was brought in by somebody else that was hoping to get something. They don't even know how deep it goes when you got your stupid ass out here being a damn troll because somebody else got you doing it and you don't even know who their source is. So now I was just being the troll. I didn't know they had me hacking so they can get people information to take witnesses out, to take people out. Bitch, you going to jail. I tried to tell y'all these folks going to jail. Y'all didn't believe me though. Y'all didn't believe me. But anyway, y'all said y'all enjoyed the show today. I ain't gonna hold y'all because it's 1 o'clock. It's 1:11. You know what? Every time I look at the clock lately, every time I look at the clock, every time I look at a timer, the number is always 1:11 or 11:11. I promise to God, all I see, like it's 1:11 right now. Every time I look at the clock, it's either 1:11. Rather, sometimes when I wake up in the morning, it's 1:11 to go use the restroom. I promise you faithfully, it's 1:11 or 11:11 or it's 4. I'm seeing nothing but triple fours or quadruple fours. I promise you. And I always believe in numbers having a significance. I need to play the lottery. That's what I'm gonna do, TT baby. Now I'm play the lottery. You right. I'm gonna play the lottery. Since you gave me that idea, if I hit big, I'm gonna hook you up. Shan says I'm always seeing 10, 11. Ooh. Ooh. We enjoyed y'all. I'm gonna play that number. Mine's 1026. Ooh, Clarinetta said those are angel numbers. That makes me feel good to know that maybe that's my dad that's around me. That makes me feel real good. If those are angel numbers, maybe that's my dad that's around me. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I feel like my dad be around me all the time anyways. I was sitting at my computer because like my dad and I used to be in business together. Mine is 919. Oh, and so my dad, I was sitting at my computer one day. I was like, before the end of the year, as it relates to one of my businesses, I was like, I want to make this amount of money in 2 months. And I was sitting there in my computer, in my home, my computer at home, in my office at home, and I was thinking about that, and it just all of a sudden it came from me out to me out of nowhere. Like all I got to do is do this and this, and I promise to God, I believe that was my dad's spirit that put that in my head. I mean, because it just came to me out of nowhere. It was like an epiphany. It was like, dog, why didn't I been think of this? All I got to do is this and this, and I can make that quota. And guess what? I made that quota. Okay. So I feel like my dad's spirit, I know the spirit of God surrounds me, but I just kind of believe that with all the knowledge and stuff, all of the everything that the knowledge and stuff that my dad had, I believe that he kind of lingers around. And I think he lingers around right now because none of us girls are really doing okay, with him being gone. Like when I dream about him, and I dream about him all the time, like I always get woke up out of my sleep by somebody ringing my phone. And I promise you, I remember like one of the last dreams I had, I could feel myself waking up out of my sleep because my phone started ringing. And I believe I don't know if it was Miss Kitty or because Player Cole calls me pretty early too sometimes. But I remember trying not to wake up out of my sleep because I could feel myself waking up, and my dad kind of dissipating, and the dream was so real, right? I can remember trying to stay asleep so that I could talk more to my dad in that dream. And I was so mad when I woke up. I was like, dog it. That's the reason why now what I've started doing is I've started turning my phones off. Okay, when I go to sleep, I start turning my phones off because my dad was visiting me frequently in my dreams. Long live Janice. I was sweet and tough. Sis don't play. Yeah, long live Janice. Anyways, you guys. Um, what's up, Fabo? I'm glad. Is that the real Fabo? Because Fabo, I want to talk to you. Is that the? Because see, I don't know if that's the real Fabo or not. Because it be fake Fabos come in here. Fabo, is that you? The real Fabo? New to you says, y'all wouldn't believe I dreamt I was on the run after taking out BY. I ate too much Thanksgiving. I'm gonna tell y'all what I dreamed last night. And it might maybe it was because of a movie I was looking at called Extradition. Extradition. I hope I'm saying it's some words that y'all my tongue won't let me pronounce right, especially when I've been doing a lot of talking. Okay, I get tired tongue. Okay, expedition, expedition. He said, "Fabo, that's you, Fabo." Now they say you've been on your live talk about you want to take key glock them out. Is that true? But last night I dreamed, y'all. Fabo, did you do that? Because I said Fabo ain't. Fabo said he ain't do that. So Fabo, they lying on Fabo. Fabo said he ain't been on his live talking about he want to take Key Glock and Ken the money out. Because I said, dog, Fabo had been quiet. All of a sudden, he pop up from out of nowhere and talk about he want to take Ken the money and Key Glock out, and he want them to pay him. He wanted, he want them to pay him. They owe him money. But yeah, I had a dream last night that I was like I was in the ocean and the water was like really like clear. It was like a beautiful blue. And there was this weird looking, it was real thin, this whale. And it was looking at me smiling. Like I was floating up back up to the top of the water, the ocean, swimming. And I remember as I was going up, the whale was coming towards me smiling because y'all know whales are real friendly. And it was almost like it was a hammerhead whale, like it was just smiling. I could see his eyes and everything, like it was coming near me to talk to me or play with me or something like that. It was weird. And I woke up out of my dream. Long live Janice says, well, good, Fabo, because you should be focused on finding a better way of life for yourself. What right? Fabo can go and start doing his music and making a living for himself. You can do good for yourself. I mean, you could put all of that energy and stuff into making rap music and stuff for yourself and making a good living for yourself. Yep. Fabo, are you still in here, Fabo? Is Fabo still in here? Nene says it kind of makes you wonder, might be Dolph appreciating what you're doing. You know what? You're right. I didn't think about that because I didn't even think about dolphins. I thought about a whale. I just know in the dream, like it was a real skinny whale. Like it wasn't big like whales normally are. It was, and it had like a hammer head. Since I started taking magnesium, I've been having good sleep and vivid dreams. I suffer from insomnia. Yeah, magnesium is really good. Fabo, you want to come up here? I want to talk to you about something. If I drop the link, will you come up on the panel? I'm gonna tell y'all something. Magnesium and vitamin D are so good for helping you to sleep good. I'm telling you, vitamin D. If you having aches in your bones and your fingers and stuff like that, it take vitamin D for a couple days. I bet you won't have them no more. Whales do too. Whales are very smart. They talk to you and everything. They try to communicate with you. Whales are very, very smart. They said whales and dolphins are cousins, but I love looking at like whales and a lot of times looking at the documentaries. Some whales kill dolphins and eat them. Not blue whales, because blue whales are friendly. They're very friendly. Irvin says we are electrical beings. Yeah. Fabo, are you still in here? Would you like to come up? The spirit moves in so many ways. Spirit is everywhere. You speak his name, and speaking their names surely keeps the spirit alive. When speaking their names, it's very powerful. I went kayaking and a whale came near us. It was amazing. I love this. I know, like, there's this person that I know from out of Boston, and he always send me videos of. He's another investigator. He always send me videos of like when he's out on his boat, and they're out there and the whales start coming around their boat and stuff, like start rolling over, and they talk to the whales and they rub them and stuff, and the whales just really give them a show, and they love being rubbed. Like they start rolling over, and they get real excited and stuff. I mean, it's amazing. That's the reason why I wish humans would not go out there trying to kill the whales and stuff, and just leave them alone. Right, you guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Well, I'm wishing everyone a good morning. Stay safe. God bless. Miss T. I'll see you on the next live. Thank you, TT baby. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, and for the people that have already donated for the seniors, I want you guys to know I'm gonna give y'all a call. I keep forgetting. I be having so much going on, but I will do it today. But it's gonna be later today. I love Discovery Channel, so I'm gonna tell y'all what I love. I love whales, I love dolphins, and I love lions. Those are my three favorite to watch. I love lions so much. Oh my God. If I had to be any animal, I know a lot of people say I'd rather be a bird so that I could fly. If I had to choose to be any animal, it would be a lion. And I'm going to tell y'all another animal that I love watching. And y'all wouldn't believe how their personalities and stuff are. I love looking at zebras. I know they say like zebras are like striped horses. They have the horseshoe and everything, but they're different. When y'all see zebras lined up, they are lined up by ranking, and they call like the male zebra. I forgot what he's called, the stud or whatever. They're lined up. They call the zebras behind him harems, and they line up according to their rank. And y'all, this is what blew my mind. If any of them get out of rank, the stud will kill them, or the main, the first female, I forgot what she's called, they can beat her up and kill her. That's why y'all see them lined up and stuff all the time when the stud getting ready to move on, to another territory. I think that's what the male zebra call. I love zebras. If I had to be an animal, I would rather be a zebra or a lion. Yep, Leo gang. I'm a Leo. Y'all know I'm a Leo. Y'all see how it flies off my temper. I have a short. My temper get hot real quick, and people think I'm a cuckoo bird because I get hot. My temper get hot real quick, and then next thing you know, my temper all the way back down, and I'm just talking normal. That's what happened with Leos, child. We got real good hearts. Um, yep. But anyways, you guys, I want you guys. I guess Fabo didn't want to come up. He didn't say nothing else. But anyways, you guys, I really appreciate you guys being on here with me today. I appreciate you so much. I want you guys to know how much I appreciate you guys. I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App. I love you guys. I will talk with you later.